Hello, hello. Hello, hello, everybody. How's everybody doing? Can't see the chat, but... how you doing, everybody? Let me open up my thing real quick. I want to move that over just a smidge there.
And try to hit the button for the bottom left.
I should move over just a little bit more so I can see. All right, guys. Hope you guys are ready for some D&D. Hi, everybody. How's it going? How's it going? So keep in mind a few things that I won't be interacting with chat. Neither will anybody else here. So if you guys have any questions, can you guys, first of all, before we get into this, can you guys hear everything fine? Everything sound okay? We got the music in the background, so everything should seem good. Everyone's good? All right, cool. Because what we're gonna do is we're gonna move everything over so we can't see chat, so then that way we don't get distracted very much. But very excited to do this, extremely excited. So a few things, won't be interacting with chat, as I mentioned. If you have any questions, if you're like, there's an issue with the audio, make sure to let one of our moderators know. Kawhi, Ryan, and Spirit will all be in chat. And if you guys have any questions at the end of the stream or at intermission, which will be in an hour and a half at, I believe, 1:35 because we started a little bit late. So if you have any questions, I'm going to stay on here during our intermission time. So you guys have any questions, you can ask me during then. But without further ado, I'm going to send it over to Rob, our DM. So hope you guys have a good one.
Hello, everyone. I am Robert. Welcome to AllFunNDice. It is going to be a D&D 5th edition stream by Wizards of the Coast. For anybody unfamiliar, it is a role-playing game. We're going to be using the core rules as well as some homebrew rules. I will try my best to explain the homebrew rules not only to you guys as a viewership, but also to our wonderful players here, who will go around and introduce themselves now. Starting on my right.
I'm Nick.
I'm Daniela.
I'm Wes.
I'm Reno.
Rachel.
And I'm Travis.
Okay. Drin, the central continent of the world. A land set between places, standing in the seas between the feuding river kingdoms and the isolated Paragon to the west, and the ancient elven lands to the east. Above all else, Drin is a land in the middle of things. Although small, Drin is vast. From the great to Upti Desert, which mars the wide belly of the land, an arid and treacherous expanse, pushing up against the northern coast, where it chokes the life from anyone foolish enough to get caught in its sandstorms, to the wild tangles of the Andu jungle, which wreath the warm southern coast in whispers of forgotten things hidden beneath green shadows. Two great nations dominate this land, and have for some time. Praxada to the east, strange and colorful, and utterly unknown to those beyond its borders. And to the west, sheltered from the Duudi's great heat beyond the Pelena Range, veiled in woodlands, plains, and choking fogs, lies Kaderth, a land of trade and commerce long ago claimed by Western refugees escaping a great war, ruled by 5 merchant families and a single merchant king. Tensions have been high with the unexpected death of merchant king Elia of Gora and her successor, Luther of Hin, taking her place and moving the capital city to Hinlock. Whispers have spread of the king's not-so-natural demise, and implications that such a rumor could have on the future of this nation. Our story begins along the journeyman's path, curving along the southern coast of Kaderth. The year is 317, following Conquest, FC, on the 24th of Lorbenin, my apologies, the Day of Masks. The early spring sky hangs dreary and gray as the last grasp of winter tries to fight off. The sea is choppy, and along its horizon a smudge of black inks the sky and shows a coming storm. Despite all of this, a young woman clad in black cheerfully makes her way down the road. And Rachel, can you describe your character?
My character's name is Eerie. She is a young human who is around 17 years old. She is a monk, and she is currently, for the first time in her life, traveling away from her home on a bit of an exploration to find out more about herself.
So it's midday, it's a fairly overcast sky. Is there anything you want particularly to be doing on the road?
Am I traveling alone or am I traveling with a group?
You were alone today.
Okay.
You woke up early from a strange dream and decided to just head out right away.
Okay. I would like to be playing my flute just to myself as I walk along. I'm not particularly fond of silence. I'm not used to being by myself.
Roll a performance check.
6.
Luckily, no one is around to hear your slightly off-tune rendition of a song you recently heard in a small town. You think that it is identical, though, to like the original.
Alright.
As you're walking down the road, you see the beautiful coast, and you it's next to like the road is like the journeyman's path is leading along a cliff. It's about 100 feet up, with some like little small like treacherous-looking paths down to a beach area below. But up ahead to your left, along the coastline, you see a grouping of stopped carts along the side of the road. The horses look like they're tied up and grazing, but you don't really see too many people sitting around them other than one tall, burly-looking, like gray, black dragonborn.
Okay. Hello? Hi? Hi, I'm Eerie.
Hello, miss.
Nice to meet you. What's your name?
I am her.
Her?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So what are you selling?
I'm not selling anything.
Oh.
Why would you think that?
I don't know, the carts. Just...
We are traveling.
Oh, you're traveling. Can I come
Yes.
with you?
Well, we're not traveling now. We're stopped. We saw something on the beach.
Okay.
My boss is down there now.
I've never seen anything like this before. I've never been near the water.
You've never seen a cart before.
No.
Strange.
I didn't realize that was weird.
You can, what is your passive perception?
Sorry, what'd you say? 13?
13?
Yeah.
As you're talking with her, he is standing in front of one of the carts. It looks like one of the larger ones. You see a small, dirty face with like a small, like halfling child poke out and look at you.
Okay.
It's like big blue eyes, just like looking at you. Okay. Her's eyes will dart, and he'll say something harshly, "Brr!" in like a language you don't understand.
Okay.
The face will look a little scared and start to send back in. I think you should get going, miss.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't.
Yeah,
I didn't mean to bother you. It's been a long time since I've had any company, and I just thought maybe we could be friends or something.
Well, maybe you can talk to the boss about traveling with us. He's down on the beach looking at the body we saw.
Oh.
Yeah, and as you look down towards the coast, you see another dragonborn. This one, a vivid green, standing with a small halfling man, quite chubby, and then a body. Looks unconscious on the beach. Can't tell from here if it's alive or dead. Yeah. What do you want to do?
Okay. I make my way down towards the beach.
Okay. You can see a small like path leading down. It's quite hard. It's not. You're very dexterous though, so it's not like a hassle for you to get down. But you can imagine for like maybe some of your peers back home, it would be quite a.
Okay.
It'd be more of a fall than a climb.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it pretty? It's like sandy beach, or is it?
Yeah,
like
it's more of
rocks?
like a pebbly beach.
More rocks.
Yeah, more rocky than pure sand. As it gets towards the coast, it gets a bit more sandy, but it's pretty pretty gravelly.
Okay.
Yeah, and as you approach, you can see the body more clearly. And Danielle, you can describe your character.
So my character's name is Willowa. She is an air genasi, so her skin is like this blue-gray color, and she has these kind of symbols marked all over her body. She has white hair that's kind of shaved on one side and very long and flowy on the other, and she kind of wears like loose, billowy clothing. That would be kind of what you could see of her at this point.
As of right now, she looks very wet. Her eyes are closed, and as you're getting closer, you can see a slight like swell to her like chest. So there's like clear like
She's
sign
breathing?
that she is breathing.
But she's like unconscious.
But like, she's like unconscious and this like big dragonborn. And as you get closer, you can see like the gender. It's a more like a female form,
Okay.
as well as this fat little like halfling like standing over her. They're not looking at you though, so they haven't seen your
You have like
approach
clamshells over your naked body.
yet. Secret everywhere. So what would you like to do?
I'm going to just kind of try and, without startling anyone, peek around to the side and introduce myself. Hi. Sorry
hello
to
there,
bother
miss.
you. My name's Eerie, and I was wondering if I could travel with you.
Well, I'm not sure about traveling with us. I'm Jordan, by the way, Jordan Lowfellow.
Jordan Littlefellow?
Lowfellow, little is a
Oh,
slur.
sorry. Okay.
It's a slur.
You haven't talked to many halflings, have you?
I've never talked to anyone. I
Well,
mean,
that's quite
I grew up
disturbing.
with some.
Well,
people.
how about maybe you can help us here? Maybe you can. Then maybe you can travel with us. There's this woman, this strange woman here, as you can see. Me and Rin here have not been able to wake her up yet. Do you have any medical knowledge to help us with this?
No.
No. Would you like to give it a shot?
I suppose. I I take out my quarterstaff and I gently.
You can roll a medicine check with disadvantage because you're just poking her with a stick.
Bam!
Not 20, it like resuscitates her, it's like a shock paddle.
So with
Okay.
disadvantage, so you're gonna roll
Roll one
twice
more
and take the
time.
lower.
Roll it again.
Oh,
Okay,
oh
so
Jesus.
medicine.
Eight.
It's not bad.
So you don't know damage to her while you're poking, but she doesn't really move more than just. She doesn't stop breathing.
Okay.
So you didn't damage
I didn't
anything,
kill her.
but she didn't wake up. Well, miss, that doesn't really help us here, and I don't feel comfortable just leaving her. Do you think you can maybe run up the roads? You see any travelers? There's maybe some doctors in the area, you know?
Sure, I mean, I'll do what I can to help.
Because,
But...
you know, like, I'm not much of a runner, you know?
Okay, I'm sorry, I don't know anything about medicine. Otherwise.
Well, maybe someone on the road can. It's a busy time of year, you know.
Okay,
Lots of travelers.
okay, I'll go try and find help.
I'll take good care of her while you're gone.
Please do. So, I run back up to the top where the caravan is.
Okay, and the road goes either back the way you came to Kobikin, or continues west towards Kern.
I will go west.
West towards Kern?
And I'm at a slight jog. Like, I'm not full running out, but I'm...
Like a faster pace,
I'm
but not
faster
like
pace,
Are you playing your flute as you go?
a quick
Just
little
suspenseful
jig.
music.
So, as you go, you probably go, how long do you want to go up the road for checking?
I would say I would run like a good 10 to 15 minutes looking for someone. I'm not going to go hours up the road.
Okay. So after 15 minutes, you can see it's a pretty clear. This part of Kern is very flat. It's very plainsy. So you can see up down the road. You can see two figures about the same height, trekking towards you. Your guess is probably they're about another 10 minutes from you if you
Okay.
want to continue forward.
Yes.
You're on like a little bit of like a higher ground. It's like very flat, but it's like so you can see
Okay.
farther than you normally would be able to.
Okay, so I will continue towards them, kind of just tooting loudly on my...
So as you approach them, you see two figures, and one of them is a lot hairier than the other one, and one it looks very tired. And Travis and Leo, you can describe your characters.
So, I am a kind of like a middle-aged man, around 30, long shaggy hair, always bags under his eyes, very tired for the most part, with some heavy armor with kind of like an emblem on his tabard that he's wearing, and two swords around his waist, no shield, no nothing, kind of like a crusader kind of thing, and yeah, that's what I'm looking like.
Alright. And my character, as you guys know, is Lone in Blue Vein, and I am currently looking pretty sophisticated. I'm always making sure that I'm on high alert, looking around. If you can imagine kind of like a half wolf, half man kind of thing, but not like my face, but more like hair, leaning back down.
Like Wolverine.
My arms are just coated in hair. My legs coated in hair. I try not to really wear long pants because I get very sweaty in them, and same with my long shirts. So I have kind of just at least amount of armor that I can while still protecting myself.
I imagine a fancy leather vest.
Yeah,
You got,
exactly.
you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a puffy vest.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah. But I'm always carrying my bow. It has a little bit of a design on it, kind of just a golden curl that kind of goes all around through the entire bow. Other than that, I have on my back. I don't have a shield. I don't have anything else. Just basically my bow. You can kind of understand that I have a rapier on my back, and I also have a scimitar on my sheath, or is it called sheath? Is that what it is? I don't know.
Yeah,
What
sheath
it is.
on
Yeah,
your side.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm currently just like looking in the distance to see what I can spot. I'm just
And
kind of always on high alert.
They look a little maybe like bothered. Like they don't really want to be traveling right now, but it looks like they're or like forced to for some reason. And you see that from like you can see that on their faces from a distance.
Okay.
As you're like with your flute.
You guys just hear the sound.
Yeah, like a
What bird
high
is that?
Yeah.
shrill.
So we hear this, and then she's up.
And you see her. You can see her running towards you, like shrilling on this, like
Little flute.
terribly on this flute.
Okay.
Lonan, do you hear that funny bird?
I believe it's that lady over there running as fast as she can.
Oh, lady! I didn't even see the lady. Oh, I turned back. Oh.
And I just like yelling this. I'm like, how far away is she at this point?
It's probably only like a couple, like maybe like 200 feet away. Like
Oh, she's pretty far. Oh,
no, 200 feet is like it's definitely you can yell to her
Okay.
and she can hear you.
Lady, you might want to calm down with that as of right now. And then I'm just like waving her down, like,
Okay. I stop blowing my flute, and I.
is there a reason?
Whoa, take a breath.
I walk towards her, and is there a reason why you're playing your flute and running like this?
Just trying to get your attention.
Our
Oh.
attention.
That was a matter.
I really need your help. You have to come with me. There's some woman washed up on the beach, and these people won't let me travel with them unless you come and help me bring the woman back to life.
A woman on the beach? Let's do this. I grab all my stuff and I'm like, come on, Gray, it's time that we rescue some women.
I mean, do we really have to go?
By the gods, I believe we should.
Fine.
By the gods.
You know, I'm pretty tired, but I guess we can help out today. You know, but
So as you know, Eerie, you've been running for like about half an hour.
I'm
So
tired.
if you run back, it'll probably only take half an hour, but it'll probably be almost like closer to 45 minutes of a walk.
I noticed that Erie's... Well, I don't know your name, sorry. Dear, I've noticed that you're quite exhausted. Do you mind if me and Gray maybe carry you that way?
Carrie.
Go without me. I'll catch up.
I mean, is it just down this yonder path? All right.
So do the two of you continue on ahead of Eerie?
I'm sorry, but where did you mention that it was? Just that way?
She said
You'll
the beach,
see.
right?
There's some carts, and then you'll hear them, and they're down on the beach next to the carts.
Are we
Carts,
looking
okay.
for a specific person to talk to, or just a body laying there, nobody
I
else?
think that their leader was named Little Fellow,
Little fellow. Okay.
so I would talk to him.
So I'll go look for little fellow, and I guess we'll have to see where this takes us. You know. All right, Lonan, you ready?
Let's do this. Goodbye, Erie. Oh, wait. Sorry. Sorry, what was your name again? What was your name?
My name's Eerie. What's your name?
Lonan Bluebay. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet
And I just like lean over and I kiss her hand.
And I'm like,
And then let's check on.
So how are you guys just gonna walk up and?
I'm gonna.
I'm not gonna be running or anything. But
So like a typical kind of walking
Yeah, just-
pace.
just walking.
And you'll be going slower.
oh
for
well,
now,
if you're
because-
walking, I'll just walk behind you. I thought you were gonna be running.
So you say bye, and they start walking, and then you just walk like probably like 10 paces.
You know when you
behind
go to
them.
say bye to someone and they're like bye, and then you both go the same way.
And
It's just
then I'll be
awkward.
like,
Exactly.
"Bye."
So it's gonna be about a 45-minute walk back.
Okay.
About like 15 minutes into the walk, you actually see some carts coming towards you.
Oh, okay.
Um,
I think that's them.
yeah, and you will recognize the shape of Ren, the green dragonborn that was introduced to you, sitting with the reins of the first one. But if you you can roll an intelligence check really quick, Yuri. Just like flat intelligence. 10? You notice that there is one less cart there this time. It looks like the large cart isn't there
They
at the
stay
moment.
behind.
You could assume that, but all you know right now is that all these carts are heading towards Kern currently, and that, except for the large one. And you don't see at the
Do
moment.
I know what was in the large cart?
The large cart is the one where you saw the little
The
dirty
little face.
Yeah.
Okay. But can I see from where I am, is the woman and the leader in...
You don't see the Black Dragonborn, her, or Jordan.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't see either of them.
Okay. Okay, so are they passing us at this point, or are we still walking towards? I'm
Um,
going to continue
they-
walking towards the carts if we haven't reached them.
Another 5 minutes and they are passing you.
Okay.
Yeah, by your side, and Her Rin kind of like nods, like tips a little bit of like her hat to you.
But where are you going?
We're heading out.
You said that you weren't traveling yet today.
Jordan said for us to move on. I think he was going to deal with the girl himself.
Okay,
Yeah, him and her.
Well, I mean, I promised I'd help, so I guess I'll go help?
I'm sure he could still use the hand. I think he was just loading her in the cart.
Okay. So, bye.
Safe travels.
We're with her at this point?
Yeah, you guys hear all of this.
Oh,
She's
okay,
like
I'm
having
like,
this
I didn't
conversation.
know if we were still far away, like ahead of her. Or
You
not.
guys said goodbye, but then she kind of just started walking
Walking
behind
behind
you.
us anyways?
Yeah.
Okay. So,
They were with that woman, but I guess they're just leaving without helping her?
it doesn't seem very...
It's not very nice.
No, it does not seem nice at all.
Have
Shall
you-
we go check the beach anyways for her to make sure she's okay?
Yeah, I think so.
Alright, I'm gonna...
for the
I just
best,
start
yeah.
walking towards the beach.
So it's another half-hour walk, and as you guys...
5 minutes.
No,
We were only 15 minutes
They were
into our
15
walk.
minutes into
Oh,
their
okay,
walk.
well,
Yeah.
yeah.
They have another half
They're
hour.
coming towards us.
After that time, it's probably around like 2 o'clock now. The sun is still high, like illuminated behind the gray clouds, but the smudge of black, that is the storm, has started to like creep towards the shore.
As soon as I notice the storm, I just like rush even faster because I don't want to be up there when the storm's about to
Yep.
hit too. So because I know
Uh,
the seas are gonna get crazy.
So as you guys approach the cart, you see that you see the body of the large dragonborn that you guys aren't familiar with, kind of struggling up the last bit of the cliff, like with Willowa, fireman style over her shoulder, and he's like struggling to get up, and you can see Jordan like chop, get up there faster. We need to get her on.
You still haven't woken her up?
No, she's still out.
I brought help.
Oh, I'm surprised you're back. Well, I think I got this handled now. I'm gonna bring her to town. You don't have to worry about a thing.
Can
I'm gonna rush towards the damsel in distress, and then I'm gonna listen just to like hear if I can is she like breathing and everything.
Yes.
You put her foot up too.
Yeah.
So the dragonborn is like noticeably higher than you, but you were able to like put your ear up to her mouth and like feel the breath
Okay.
on your ear.
What seemed to happen here, anyways?
We just saw her wash up on the beach here, and we the good-hearted people that we are decided to stop and see what good we could do. Because you should never leave a woman on the beach alone.
Well, to be fair, you should never touch an unconscious body because you don't know what's going on, right? You could do
sorry,
your
what are your
reporting.
qualifications?
I'm a healer.
Oh,
I can do a lot of things, and I've been a field medic as
Well,
well.
maybe you should help her out then.
Well, maybe you should put her down first.
I roll a perception check? I don't trust...
You can roll insight.
Can I roll insight? I feel like they're lying.
Yep, you
Like
can
they
roll
have
insight.
ulterior motives. 14.
14. He seems like a sketchy guy to you. Like he seems kind of like slimy a little bit. You aren't quite able to read like the vibe he's getting from you. You just know that the way he's talking about like Willowa and
we
about this
saw
body.
her.
That this like tall, like exotic looking woman. Like
Yeah.
it's kind of weird
And they already have a child in a cage.
that they yell at.
Whoa, what do you mean a child in
Whoa.
a cage?
Are you saying this out loud? You're saying this out loud at that point, or?
They have a child in a cage. There's a child in a cage.
Yeah. I think you
They
should...
don't know us. They're too busy trying to struggle up the cliff.
Yeah, I
still.
think you should put that body down.
Yeah, and I approach him just like,
Um,
good sir, I believe you should let the lady sit down for a minute.
are you guys trying to intimidate them?
I am, yeah.
Okay, you can roll.
I'm worried about her.
I like puff out my.
You can both roll a separate intimidation check.
Okay.
Oh.
Oh, good one.
I roll a 5.
So
Super intimidating.
I rolled a 16.
16. Okay, so Logan's trying to puff up his chest, but this dragonborn is just very large and intimidating. On the other hand, you, Gray, you just have this like battle veteran look to you.
That's
It
super
looks-
tired.
You look like you've seen some shit. And like, with that, Jordan turns to her and says, her, I think you should put her down. I think we'll leave her with you three, okay? We'll just get on go. We should catch up to Ren.
And they put her on the
Yeah, and
ground.
he lays her down like off to the side, wherever she's standing near like the cliffside.
And I rush up and I'm like, my dear. And I don't really know, like, I'm assuming just like looking around, you know, it's the water's close by. I don't know how to give CPR at all, but I'm going to attempt to give CPR.
Okay, roll a medicine
I do
check.
not know how to
You
do.
break her ribs.
Yeah, like.
Let the healer do it.
Oh, what am I rolling again?
Medicine.
Oh, my medicine's actually good, I think. Oh no, it's not. Well, it's it's 13. It's 13.
13. So you were like hammering on her chest. You want like, and you give her mouth to mouth, but well, in your unconscious state, you just feel like you're like dreaming of like a storm and like the rocky seas, and like just a big like burst of wind, and you feel like you're drowning. And like there's like points where it's like you feel breaths of air. There's almost like your head's coming up. And like this is like coinciding with the CPR, but sadly she does not wake up.
All right. Move over a bit there. Let me take a look at the body.
Step aside.
Just making out.
Can I interrupt just very quickly? Is the caravan or the cart leaving?
Yeah, Ren. Jordan is already sitting up. Like he already like has made his way up onto the thing.
Wait, can I come with you still?
I think that might. These two fellows look like they can take care of your hand.
Okay, bye.
And they head off with their 2 horses are pulling this one, and he's like, "Sorry, dear, you got these 2 lads now."
That was my new traveling friends.
You want to travel with them?
You mentioned that there was a boy or a girl inside of a cage. And you want to travel with them.
I just don't want to walk by myself anymore.
That doesn't really sound like a pretty good life choice there.
Yeah.
But I'll check the body over for contusions, for wounds.
Yep.
Is it kind of like just a fatigue thing? or
You
what
can
I
roll a
do?
medicine check.
That's gonna be a 11.
An 11. So on you go over. You notice like she doesn't really look injured. She maybe looks like there's some bruises. Even they're hard to see because she does have her blue skin, but you can tell that she's a little looks beat up, but she is breathing. There's not really any like major wounds. She's not like cut open. There's no like head gash. But she's not bleeding out. And there's no like you like poke her like stomach, and you notice it's not hard, so it's not like there's no internal bleeding.
Okay.
Yeah.
So she's not like. Is she kind of like sweating? Is kind of almost like a dream kind of thing?
It looks like she's like moving a little bit more now. Like maybe like the CPR that was done has maybe risen her a little bit, but she isn't awake yet.
Does anyone have any smelling salts?
Let me check.
Smell insults.
And I'm like throwing out like arrows and everything in my my bag, and I definitely do not have unfortunately, no, I do not have smelling salts.
I'm just trying to figure out the reason why you would need that.
So, to wake her up.
By smelling salt?
And it wakes you up.
That's pretty true there, you know?
I'm gonna grab I'm gonna grab my what is it, the flask or whatever that I have, and I'm going to like dump all the water that's in it right now. Oh no, what am I doing? Yeah, of course I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna dump all the water on her face.
On her face?
Yeah, while she's sleeping. So it's like
you can roll
It's whiskey.
yeah.
Oh no, wrong.
You can roll another medicine check.
Oh, medicine again. Eh?
Well, you are trying to treat her.
That's funny.
Okay, so the water
First not
goes
funny.
into her nose and mouth as you dump it onto her face, and then in your dream you feel yourself fall off a ship and fall into the water, and the choking gets worse and worse, and you start coughing in real life, and like in outside the dreamscape, and you suddenly awake coughing and like spitting up all this water.
Well, turn her upside.
And you see the 3 figures, the three fairly pale, you're all pretty pale figures standing above you.
Who did that?
I have you on your side, patting your back. Alright.
They're like one arm up, like
Do
on
I
their
even
chin.
say thank you?
And I'm just like smiling at her because I just got done giving her CPR. So.
You're like, it was me.
You're welcome.
Oh dear. Are you okay? What happened?
Well, I feel like somebody was just trying to drown me.
Oh, we were just trying to wake you up. We didn't have the proper medicine, unfortunately.
Where am I?
That's a good question. Near the beach. Erie, can you tell us a little bit more about where we are, potentially?
Have you seen anyone else on the beach?
There was a...
There was some people, they were trying to drag you up. I don't know if they're gonna help or...
What do they look like?
Caught missions?
They were dragon
Oh.
Well,
I don't
know
one
any
guy was a
dragonborns.
halfling.
Halfling and dragonborn.
That doesn't sound familiar.
How did you get here?
And I look out kind of like to the ocean.
And you see the
And I see
storm.
the storm
A
in
crack
the
of
back.
lightning.
I was
Right over
out
the
there.
seas.
You were
In the storm.
Yeah.
On a ship?
Yeah.
What happened to the ship?
If you would like, you
I
can
don't
roll
know.
insight.
Yeah, I don't. Well, I mean, she just got done, drowning or whatever. But I'm gonna roll to make sure that she's telling me the truth. Even though
You can roll an insight.
15.
15. From what you can tell, she's telling the truth. She seems very genuine about what she's saying.
Okay. Well, you're safe now, my dear. We'll
You know-
make sure to keep good care of you.
I
You
feel
didn't
like
see any like shipwreckage, like.
When I got here, you were already on the beach, and there was nothing else around.
Well, that's no good.
I feel like
Where are you guys heading to?
Finding some shelter would be a very good option. That storm is coming in pretty quick.
I'm going to
Storms.
Kern.
Kern
What's
is-
Kern and
You just
I had-
left
We just
Kern.
came from
Oh,
Kern.
we just left Kern. Oh, of course, Kern.
Kern is absolutely full right now, so I don't think we should go that way.
Yes, I believe we should be going to Marigold's Ranch. That's what we've been told, anyways. That they might have extra
Yeah.
rooms there, and potentially you can get some nice rest.
As you guys are discussing this, you hear coming down the road, and you see two forms with a old, fairly sickly-looking donkey walking down the road. One very small, and one sitting on top with very gray skin.
I'm sorry, say again what they were.
A very short, stout-looking man and a leaner-looking person sitting on.
Are they coming the way that
They're coming from Kobakin towards Kern, so the east to west.
the way that I was?
The way you came. And Nick and Wes, you guys can describe your characters.
Alright, so am I on the donkey?
Yes.
Alright, so I'm a relatively short half-elf with soft grayish skin and really thick curly hair that I've dyed peppermint green with my chemicals.
Ooh.
And I'm kind of wearing simple road clothes, some traveling boots, a simple vest, and a white button-up shirt with my sleeves pulled up. And I've got a pair of goggles up on my head, and where my goggles were, my face is kind of stained, where there's been an explosion. And I'm kind of on top of this donkey, trying to stay up. And whilst I'm there, I've got two vials, and I'm dumping one in the other, and I'm kind of splashing it on the ground, and I'm oh, watch out there, Knack.
Right. So, Knack, the dwarf, is sitting there kind of lumbering along. He is short. He has a French braided kind of poofy mohawk that runs down to long hair down to his back, and then the sides are kind of just braided behind the ears as well. A very large beard, as dwarfs have. Braided mustache and a big central braid to it as well. Red, of course, but he's kind of going like that. Yeah, of course, right? But that, the brown red. So, it's going what's that
A little
color?
burgundy?
Yeah, a little burgundy, maybe brownish red, sort of. He is wearing what looks to be very poorly constructed armor. It kind of looks almost randomly pieced together plates of random materials over top one another. And he has a shield that basically looks like a metal tabletop, and it's got a bunch of dents and stuff in it, and a warhammer. Just sauntering along beside.
You're sure you don't want to turn on the donkey?
No,
I don't mind walking,
no, I'll walk.
Alright.
And you guys will see, slightly up to your left, just a blue woman laying on the ground still. Slightly propped up now, with these three figures standing above her.
Peculiar.
I
So from the distance, do I see? I see them approaching. Or?
Yes, they're not very far away now. Probably only.
And from me, looking at them, with from this distance, do they look? They look like they're just casually walking, or do they look aggressive? They don't look aggressive at all, from what I can tell.
They look like they're almost just talking to each other.
Yeah.
They don't look aggressive.
I'm
They're
going
just
to wave, and I'm going to be greetings, citizens.
Hello.
Oh, how's it going, eh?
It is well. The weather, though, seems treacherous.
Yeah, it's coming in it's rolling in,
Yeah,
Yes.
it's lovely.
Um,
I'm gonna stand up,
I'm going to look
brush
at you.
myself off.
I'm going to be are you alright, miss?
I think I'll be all right
Have
now.
you been accosted by these strangers?
Oh no, they were very helpful. Splashed water on my face and everything.
Well, I wouldn't recommend that. I do have smelling salts, though.
But
And then I'll reach in some of my chemicals, and I'll, like, hold one up.
It's like a fluorescent yellow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I could have used that 5 minutes ago.
Yeah. Well, if you didn't stop to take that break. I know.
True. How does everyone look in terms of, road worn, travel worn?
The heavily armored man looks quite tired, gray, and Willow looks like she just washed up out of the ocean.
But it looks good, though.
So, the seaweed is like almost like braided into her hair right now. Like it's like it looks like unintentional beauty.
Yeah.
But the other two just kind of look like they don't look like rough and tumble. They look like they've traveled, but like not like they look like they've been rested recently.
I should apologize. I don't think that I actually described what my character looked like at the beginning.
I think
everybody else did, so I'll very quickly just say that Eerie is wearing light and tight, kind of leathery outfit, but she's not wearing any sort of armor. It's just, easy to move around in. I have a quarterstaff, and my hair is very dark, and it has one white streak going down the center. And she's quite young looking and pale.
You have short hair?
Yes.
Yeah.
Quite androgynous looking. Looking at her, you wouldn't necessarily know whether she was a young boy or a young girl, teenage stage,
cool.
but
Everybody's just been assuming.
everyone's just been assuming.
Yeah. I walk up and I approach these two new people coming to this group. Good day, sir. And you are?
Pippin Fost.
And you're still on the donkey, was it? Sorry?
Yes.
Yeah. And then I just go up and I shake your hand.
Nice
to meet you. And
we're,
you,
riding
good
side
sir,
saddle.
your name is?
Knack'll-do.
Knack'll-do, eh?
No. Just Knack.
Oh, Knack
will do.
do.
His dwarven
Not understand your language.
yeah, his dwarven accent is very thick.
That'll do.
Right, and you guys are continuing on. Where are you off to? Are you going to the beach?
We left Hinlock 16 days ago. We've been making our way towards Wandrassel. We were hoping to stop in Kern tonight.
That's
Drazzle, that's where I need to go.
I'm trying to go to Kern too, but they're saying that
It is full. Yes, we've been told by.
Kern is full.
Yeah, who told us again that it was full?
The innkeeper.
Oh, right.
Yeah, we just gotta go to the Marigold and.
We heard that Marigold
The
was the place to
Marigold, is that a town? And then I'm going to pull up my map out of my bag.
I believe
Yeah,
it's
let's
I believe
take a
it's a
look on
ranch. A ranch,
Yeah.
some sort of
a wrench.
ranch.
Yeah, Marigold
A
Ranch.
ranch.
In relation to where we are, where is it approximately?
You guys would have actually passed the road coming here.
Oh.
That would lead up. It's not very far. You were told that from the journeyman's path, it was only probably like an hour up a side road.
What time of day is it right now?
It is approaching. It's like approaching 3 o'clock.
Okay.
So it's not very late, but you have been traveling now with all the back and forth and all this stuff. You've been traveling for 6 hours.
Okay.
So you're approaching kind of the end of your day.
Okay.
So you're getting pretty tired. Not pretty tired. You're getting to the point where you're if I walk anymore, I'm going to be tired tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's just down the road back there a bit. We got pulled past the road to turn off of, but
Is it an inn?
yeah, kinda. That's what we were told. And it's gonna have enough shelter for the rest of us.
Alright, well, I suppose we best be heading there, Knack.
Aye.
Do you guys mind if I just come along just for a place to stay? I don't want to go to Kern if it's full.
You look tired.
Yeah.
I am.
Would you like to ride on our donkey?
Yeah.
Surely.
I've never ridden a donkey
I've been
before.
sitting on the donkey all day.
I mean,
And then I'll climb down.
You're used to more alpaca types
Yes.
for a pack animal.
Yes.
it's not fun sleeping out in a storm, so it's better for us to get under a roof, So that's
I disagree. But we can go.
I'm sorry, I was only introduced to Lonan here. Who are the rest of you?
Oh, my name's Willowa.
Oh,
Alright.
well.
I won't even attempt to spell that one.
Oh, it's really simple. It's just like it sounds.
Alright.
Name's Gray. How's it going?
Well, aside from the storm.
True.
I'm Eerie.
Alright.
You agree?
Well, a pleasure. Off to Marigold's then.
Kind of before we take off too, I'm going to you're gonna see me kind of like move my hands around a little bit around me, and there's gonna be like kind of like a rustle of wind, and I'm gonna kind of like dry myself off.
Like a little blow dry.
Yeah.
I like it.
Your hair is like.
It's a little frizzier now than when you started, but like it dries you off fairly well with your gust.
All right, let's go.
I would climb up on the donkey.
Mm-hmm. She's very old. Don't worry.
She coughs.
Any day now.
Is the donkey has like? Is there something behind the donkey? Does it pull in anything or no?
They just had a donkey.
Just a donkey. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you're just carrying your...
You know, like everybody, like all of you guys would have like either like maybe some backpacks, or like a side satchel, maybe like a fanny pack if you're fancy, like like just like assorted like bags with you guys. Nothing too heavy, like some bedrolls attached to them, your coin purses. Nothing like you. None of you guys have like crazy, except for maybe Pippin and Knack might have some like larger like suitcases with them.
I just have a simple bag over my shoulder, just kind of like a simple like over satchel that's kind of like a reddish color.
Okay. Well, let's go then.
Cha!
And I'm gonna be like, no, be gentle. She's very old.
She goes at a slow pace.
One step at a
You guys
time.
are walking faster than the donkey goes.
Yeah, the donkeys will slow you down. The donkey's not very fast.
All right. Well, I guess you can lead the way. Was it Gray?
Yeah, that's the name, but just follow behind me and we should be good.
Yeah, Shirley. All right.
No.
So,
Okay, so you guys head down the Journeyman's Path westward once more towards the short offshoot. You actually didn't even realize that you had passed it. You didn't see it in your like rush. It was around the time when you were passing by the carts. So you guys were kind of distracted a little bit by. But you see a small dirt road leading up into like the farmlands. So on either side you see some freshly toiled soil. Nothing is planted yet because it is still early spring, but you can tell like the frost in the earth is finally like going away. So they're finally like toiling through. But it's too late in the day. There's no people working in the fields currently.
Can I play my flute again?
You
I want
can.
to try and be better this
I'm gonna
time.
impress. So you can roll a performance.
No.
Nat 20!
Nat 20. Eerie serenades all of you, and you were like blown away by this young woman's talents at this like simple wooden flute that like it's nothing fancy. It like is like a nice wooden flute. It looks like it was homemade. There are some cute little designs on it that you can't really tell, but the music that she is producing is like far beyond what the flute should be able to produce on its own, and you can tell it's really her like personality and talent shining through.
Excellent.
Well,
It makes
lovely.
it almost makes the gray, overcast, stormy day more bright.
Yeah, has is the wind picked up? Is the storm getting closer?
It is very close. If any of you are looking behind you, you're walking away from it now, but it is like
Is there any shelter close by from where we're at?
the closest shelter. There's no like houses or tree lines because there's fields on either side of you guys, so there isn't really anywhere you can stop. But as you're getting closer to the ranch, it's going to be approaching probably around 5 o'clock at this point. You guys will see the outline of the small outline off in the distance of, I guess, like a decent-sized farmhouse with like a larger-sized barn behind it.
Okay. Is it beginning to like rain and?
It is beginning to drizzle,
Okay.
but it is looking behind you and looking up. You can tell that the black, terrible storm isn't upon you yet,
Okay.
but the winds are starting to pick up, and the rain is starting to finally like.
Does the ranch look busy? Are the carts? Are there?
You don't see. You can see like along the dirt road that there were in fact like wagon wheel like roofs.
Tracks?
Yeah, but it wasn't like it hadn't rained in a little while before this, so it was a little dusty. But like you can roll survival to see if you can check how like recent they were.
Survival is a 19.
19. You can tell that there aren't too recent. Looks like no one, maybe like one cart has come by here today. And you can assume that like Marigold Ranch isn't the only ranch down this road. You can assume that if you go farther and farther up, there's probably some more smaller ones. But it's not highly traveled. Yeah, like not like the Journeyman's Path was, where there was much more traffic.
Doesn't look too busy on this road today, so hopefully we can find a place for shelter tonight.
That doesn't look like an inn.
No, it looks like a ranch.
But with this weather coming, I believe that we should try to find shelter if we can.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's really not that far now.
Yeah, so you would guess 15 minutes more, max. With the donkey slowing your pace, of course. It would be a bit faster otherwise. Yeah.
Continue on.
So as you guys approach, you see the outline goes a little bit bigger and bigger. It's nothing like fancy. It's not like one of those grand like plantation houses that maybe some of you, definitely Erie, you've seen some passing through some of the richer areas because you've passed nearby cities, but you've never really like. But you've seen some richer houses.
Okay.
This is more of a small. It looks like maybe like a single room, ranch house but it's a fair size. It looks like it probably fit you would guess like maybe a family of 8 could live there comfortably enough. It looks in decent repair. Some of the windows creaky window shutters
I walk up to the
in
front.
the wind.
I walk up to the front door and I'm just gonna knock on it.
Okay. So you knock and nothing happens the first time you knock.
I'll just knock a little bit harder.
Knock again.
Yep.
Second time you hear a little bit of shuffling, but no voices. No one comes to the door yet. It's been maybe a minute. But since you heard the shuffling and no one's come to the door yet.
I don't even know if anybody's home, as far as I can tell.
Hello?
I'm gonna be on the ground.
Anyone in there? We're just looking for a room.
Is there a window that I can peek in?
You can peek in the window.
Okay, so I'm just gonna
Can I
lean
walk
over.
around the side?
Yeah, you can walk around the house.
I'll just peek into the window. And
As you peek in the window, you see an old woman's face, leathery and tanned, staring out at you.
hello, miss.
What do you want?
It looks like we just need a room for the night. Unfortunately, the weather.
This ain't no inn. This is my home.
Is this the? Just out of curiosity, is this the Marigold Ranch?
Yes, I'm Marigold.
I was told from a gentleman in the inn from Kern that you might have a spot for us to
What
stay.
gentleman? Do you know his name?
That
It wasn't Billy, was it? I hate Billy.
That I do not know. Gray.
Definitely wasn't Billy.
I don't believe
It wasn't Billy? You look like a trustworthy young man. She'll open the door. How many of them are there here?
Just, and a donkey.
And a where's the donkey? And she's like, oh, I have my glasses on. She'll and her big, poofy, frizzled hair, she'll pull up her, small glasses out. Oh, I see her there. Oh, that's an old one there. You walked that all the way down the road. I'm surprised you made it.
Any day now.
Okay, great. So all 6 of you want
I don't mind.
shelter.
I don't mind sharing.
Sharon. Well, I'm not letting you in my house no matter what, but there's room in the barn.
That would be splendid.
Yeah.
But
I
here's
agree.
the thing. I'm no in. I'm no in. I don't need your money. Could you guys do me a favor?
And what might this be?
Well, you see, I'm an old woman, and I have all this land to take care of. My carrot crops I haven't been able to plant yet, because I have an infestation.
Oh.
An infestation.
Infestation of what?
Rabbits.
Oh.
They are the worst.
Good in the stew.
Do you know what else is good in stew? Donkey means.
Oof, any day now.
You said it yourself, any day now. So here's my bargain to y'all. Okay? Y'all take care of my at least a little bit of my rabbit infestation. You can stay the night in the barn. Sound good?
And how are we going to go about taking care of this rabbit infestation?
Well,
We'll do it.
Oh.
I believe rabbits live in warrens, particularly. In large groups, families. Do you know where the warren is located, ma'am?
somewhere out there, towards the little woods. You see? And you can see from beyond the house. You didn't see it from before because you were distracted by the farmhouse and the barn. There's a small wooded area behind the house that it looks almost like a wind block, and it's she's pointing to that area. The burrow is either along the the farm's edge or in the forest a little bit.
All right.
And they're in there.
Now, with the weather coming in as it is there any chance that we can stay the night and take care of it tomorrow for you?
Well, I would much rather you do it sooner. But how about this? At 10 o'clock tomorrow morning, you're either at my door with proof the rabbits are gone, or you owe me?
What do we owe you?
Yeah, what do we owe you?
Do you want to know what you owe me? You just owe me.
Is it going to be a donkey?
I don't know. The donkey might be part of it.
Well,
Alright.
any
Well,
day.
that's,
So.
that's just cruel.
Donkey meat stew. My family favorite.
So what counts as proof for the rabbit infestation?
If you could bring a carcass, even just
Just
even
one, you know?
just one. You know what? I like her. I like him.
Can I do an insight?
I like them. They see some of you seem nice. Oh yeah, you can do an insight check.
Insight is a 20.
She's being pretty as
Like
long as
about
you deal
the
with
rabbits. Like, does she know that they're bigger than normal, or are they
She
kind of
looks like-
abnormal a bit?
She's not saying anything about it. It looks like she's purposely withholding.
I
maybe
do-
some specifics. She's just saying rats.
Well, we better get going before the weather makes us so
it's
we can't
about
see.
to hit.
I would like to collect some soil samples if that wouldn't be an issue.
From where?
Your crops.
You
Is that
want to
right?
steal my cropland? My fertile soil
Well,
that I've been toiling over for generations?
Well,
My
let's,
family? You know, we were some of the first ones here in Kadarif.
off to the rabbits.
Well, I'll see you at 10 a.m. sharp. Just slow close the door.
I think we just bit off a bit much.
What are our other choices, though?
I mean, I think these aren't just normal rabbits that you would shoot with a bow.
I'm just gonna start walking
find
towards
out.
the area that she pointed to.
Yeah.
Alright,
So
let's
you'll have to
walk and
walk
talk.
through the field.
Yeah.
There isn't really a path leading around anywhere close by. But as I said, it's not the seeds haven't been grown yet. And she said she hasn't planted yet. So you guys don't really have. It's just
On my way. Sorry.
whatever. I can't remember the name of it. It's tilled.
On my way, while I'm walking, I'm just gonna look back and. Well, Willowa, you look after what happened and everything. I believe if you would like to rest while we go out and handle the rabbits,
I'm
feel
quite
free.
sprightly.
Well then, okay.
But thank
Nice
you.
check on.
If anything, Gray looks more tired. Still.
Yeah.
I'm just walking and shaking my head. I'm just mumbling, why does this always happen to me? Oh.
Yeah, so as you guys are walking, it doesn't take you very long to get across there. Maybe 10 minutes to get all the way to the edge of the woods. But as this has gone by, the black clouds are now fully over you. And it hasn't started to quite thunder and lightning yet, but the rain has come up to a substantial rain. It's no longer
Even in the woods that we're in, it's still pretty heavy.
You guys aren't quite in the woods yet. You guys are at the edge of the woods.
Okay, so I dash into the woods because the rain's about to hit.
Yeah.
We walked through the field, you said?
Yep.
Was there any tracks or anything to notice as
You
we were
can roll a
walking?
survival check if you'd like.
Sure.
Can I also, because I would like to collect soil samples, even though she told me not to.
Yeah. She never said no. She just said you want to steal her land.
18.
18? Okay, so I'll just let Nick roll as well before.
And that would be a nature check, right? Or am I also rolling?
No, you can roll nature because you're not trying to find, you're not trying to track anything, you're trying to look for
I also
soil.
rolled an 18.
An 18? So you find some substantial, a little moistened soil that you're able to dig up easily and put in one of your many flasks. And you don't notice too many tracks, but when you get towards the edge of the field, you do notice some large oblong kind of tracks. You're not really familiar with rabbits, being from where you're from, but it looks like yay big.
Okay. Does this
Can everybody see that on the stream? It's like yay big.
is it like a common run almost? Does it look like a?
It looks like it's
one-off,
like
or is
a-
there
A
lot of
There's a trail leading into the forest, but as soon when it gets to the forest line, it kind of has
Okay.
disappeared and
Sure.
kind of covered by some of the foliage. A bit more. You can probably continue tracking it into the forest if you put some effort into it.
right.
And Knack.
I
This rain is becoming quite a lot. Do you think you could maybe create some sort of apparatus that could shield us from the rain? I know you're quite crafty.
I suppose so.
I know. I just.
And
you
then
know.
I'll walk into the forest.
All right.
And I will attempt to make a tent.
A tent.
Yes.
Okay. How are you going to be attempting to make a tent? How would you like to do that?
So, I will rummage in my little side pouch, grab out, I don't know what the cost of a tent is, the required gold to do
It's
so.
not. It's
Yeah.
not very much.
And I will pray anyway over my gold.
Okay.
I'll set it up,
Yeah.
I'll pray over
So
it.
you guys as you dash into the forest, do you say anything to everybody before that?
No, I'll just go.
So
Yeah.
Nak just like sits on the ground and
I'll
takes up
explain.
and like is counting out like gold coins
Yeah.
onto the ground.
One moment, everyone. Knack is going to be making something for us.
So it's gonna take
is
about.
he any good? And I kind of like look at
and
him.
I'm going to look at her, and you're going to see like my eyes like widen, and I'm like, yes, very talented.
I would like to insight.
So it's only 2 gold pieces.
2 gold pieces.
Yeah, so only 2.
Right.
So it takes a little while. Are you guys gonna wait? Like, are you guys gonna? You guys,
I'm
it's
gonna
gonna be
kind of
like
walk
a.
around a little bit. And
It's gonna be a short
look
rest.
around.
I would like to climb a tree.
Sure. So we'll go. Let's go around the table, and we can all do what we want to do during the short rest. Like, kind of just quickly, because it's not going to be a long thing. So we know what Nak's doing. You want to look around, so you can roll just like your perception check.
Are we sheltered from the rain under the trees?
It's not perfect, but it is much less than what it was when you were in the field. It's like. It's more like less the rain's hitting you, and more like the trees are like dropping the rain on you. So like a lot of it's like running down the trunks, and like but like sometimes big droplets like hit you in the head.
I'm gonna like hold my bag over my head and like sit against a tree.
Okay.
I rolled a 14, by the way.
A 14, okay. So you kind of just look around. You notice some of the some like strange like disturbances in the path. Like a small like pile of like droppings,
Okay.
bigger than you would assume a rabbit's would be, like yay big.
Okay.
But that's about. You don't notice like any like burrows or holes in the
Okay.
area. So you want to climb a tree?
Yes, I just want to have a little look around, see what I can see from. It doesn't have to be a very tall tree or anything.
Okay, yeah. So you can roll a perception. What would you like to do, Gray?
I'm just gonna try to like get some rest against a tree.
Okay,
Just
just
gonna close my eyes for a bit.
Yeah.
Just
Doze off a little bit.
Yeah, let me know when we're ready. You know.
16.
16. From the height, you can see a bit more of this trail that is like kind of starting to appear to some multiple people, and you see it leading towards like a little mound.
Okay.
A mounded hill.
Okay.
I'm going to venture out a little bit and kind of. Did I see Knack looking at those tracks, or was he kind of just like walking and like look down and see the tracks?
I wouldn't mention it, but I would definitely have my hood up because of the weather. So
You wouldn't have seen him looking at the
Okay.
tracks. But,
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just going to like continue to. I don't really need to rest at all, so I'm just going to kind of walk around and look kind of around the area if I see anything that I like.
You can roll a perception as well, and I'm just gonna have you roll just an intelligence check to determine
Ooh.
the quality of what you're
Oh,
making.
okay.
What am I rolling for again? Sorry.
Perception.
Okay. 20.
20. You notice the same. You notice like Eerie climb up this tree, and like you're looking at her, and you notice like her gaze going towards this mound.
Do I then notice the mound after?
You notice like this, like the very faint rabbit tracks that
Okay.
lead towards this mound. Like, they haven't mentioned seeing it yet, but like the 4 of you have seen these tracks now.
Mm-hmm.
And what did you roll?
I just intelligence modifier.
Yeah, just intelligence.
16 total.
16.
Yeah.
So, to you, Nak, you have made this beautiful tent. Anybody who is watching Nak right now, as you see him like almost like elongate these gold coins into like tent posts, that as he plants them in the ground, like almost like out of thin air, he weaves tarp and canvas out towards it, and eventually like a tent that could fit 2 people comfortably appears. And to you, Nak, it appears to be this like very well done, very nice, almost like inlaid with like a silvery undertone. But to everyone else, it's fairly ratty. It has like some holes in it. It looks like it's just like twigs. It almost looks like he like made them out of leaves somehow, even though he didn't collect leaves. He like you saw him make it out of thin air, but it doesn't look good.
It looks like a lean-to.
It looks like a shitty lean-to, but yeah, it looks like a shitty lean-to. So after the hour, you guys all reconvene in the area.
Can I, during the short rest, I want to take the little soil sample I had, and I want to take like a largest rock that I can find in the forest, and I want to use my magical tinkering to make the rock smell like carrots.
Okay.
So I'm gonna be like, I like distill the soil sample I had into like a fluid, and then I like pour it through like a series of vials, and then I have like a little eyedropper, and I drop it on the rock, and it's like.
So Gray and Pippin, you guys are like leaning against the same tree in this area, and all of a sudden, you just like incredibly like pungent carrot scent emanates, and it's not a bad smell. It's like a nice, like a very clean carrot smell.
Earthy.
And then
Very
I'll
good.
quickly put it in my bag and cover it. So
It
the smell
reminds you
doesn't
of like
admit.
your time, like very like simple meals.
Do I like kind of see him kind of like playing around with it?
You
Do I
see him playing
notice
around with it, but like you can like maybe connect that it's that, but like it's almost like what? Because it like you're all of you have like interacted with magic. You're familiar that magic exists, but like that's just it's kind of weird because it doesn't
Yeah.
look like he did magic. He just poured earth on a rock and it smelled like carrots.
Well, I dissolved it. There was some stuff.
It looks
going
much
on.
more
Carrots.
sciencey
Stuff.
than magic.
Scratch my head
Still.
here. Either we're really close to the rabbits, or
And I'm gonna look
I don't
around.
know
Oh
about
no,
that,
that's
Shannon.
just me.
what'd you do?
I dissolved the earth into its fundamental alkahest properties, and then
No
reattributed
way.
them to this piece of earth.
Alchemist.
That is pretty interesting. What are you gonna do with that?
Well, I plan on luring the rabbits with it.
Good idea.
Mm,
They, you know what they say about rabbits? They always go for the carrots.
that's what I've heard
Mm-hmm.
Well,
from
I-
the books.
I think I know where they live.
Where?
And I just point down. I go, right there.
And then I'm, like, I'm assuming I'm standing near where
You can all have reconvened at this point towards this
All right, kid,
little lean-to.
give it a shot.
All right. I'm not very nimble. Eerie, was it?
Yes.
Could you perhaps take this, and then I'll take out the carrot stone,
Okay.
and I hand it to you. You just smell carrots, and I'll be like, yes. Could you maybe perhaps try to lure the rabbits out with this?
I guess. What
You
do you want me
seem-
to do with it?
Well,
Just
get
put it.
close. Put it near the entrance, perhaps.
Okay.
None of you have seen like an actual burrow hole yet. You've seen the tracks leading towards this mound.
Okay.
None of you guys have like gotten.
We've seen the mound,
close
yeah.
enough yet.
Right.
So I would like to stealth towards the mound
Okay.
with the carrot rock.
I imagine you like sneaking.
Yeah, kind of darting
Yeah.
tree to tree, hiding behind a tree, peeking around.
Okay, you can roll a stealth check.
Ooh.
That, oh, 21.
21.
Nice.
You are in this like low. It's like 6 o'clock, so like it is still early spring. So the sky is starting to darken even more, even though
But
the
it's
clouds are
raining.
over top. It's very dark, but like she grabs the stone and like appears back and like almost disappears into like this late afternoon.
Where
like,
did
rain.
she go?
But as you guys look carefully from around this lean-to, I'm not sure if any of you are inside the lean-to currently.
Did anyone?
I would imagine that's inside of it, yeah.
I was trying to get you to make an umbrella, actually, but it's
You
fine.
can probably lift it up and carry it. It's not a big deal.
Yeah.
Gigantic
Heavy.
tent. Or well, I guess it's a two-person.
It's a two-person, so it's not that big. But you
an
see her
umbrella.
darting towards this mound that the you two pointed out to the group. And as you get closer to the mound, you can see that you can see the tracks lead around to the side. It almost like obscured the way the grass grows around it and the way the leaves have fallen from the past winter have like kind of like obscured the hole, but it's like big.
How
It's a
big we
big
talking
hole.
in comparison
Uh,
to me?
like-
I'm
Knack could
6'6".
probably like walk into the hole
Ooh.
and just
wow.
walk in.
Oh no.
Yeah, it is like
That's
probably
bad.
like Knack. About how tall are you? Like around
A
4
little,
feet.
a little over, yeah, like 4'1"
That's a
Yeah, so like
Yeah.
you're guessing like maybe Knack would have to slouch a little bit to get in, maybe, but like you're guessing maybe like 4 foot in, like a full diameter.
Gigantic bunny man.
Okay, so
Yeah.
I would like to place. I'm a little bit apprehensive, having seen the size of the hole, but I am not a quitter. So I will place the rock close enough as I can get without stepping on any dry leaves or anything that's
Yeah,
going to.
and your stealth check allows you actually do step on them, but like they don't even step. You're just it's a delicate,
I'm light as a
like
feather.
almost ballerina like
Yeah.
grace.
And then I book it
Yeah.
back to.
And you guys can actually see where she put the stone from the lean-to. There is a fairly clear like line of sight to it from them.
As I get back, guys, I don't know. It's bigger than we thought.
What's bigger?
The hole? These are not regular rabbits. I'm gonna.
I assure
say
you,
that.
rodents do not get very large.
Nope, I had a feeling that they were going to be bigger, and turns out that my feeling was right.
Well,
Mm-hmm.
Well then.
Look at that.
Does anybody here know how to make? I have plenty of rope here. Does anybody know how to make a trap, perhaps?
Ooh.
Would I?
Well, I don't know how big it is. So the rabbit. So if we make a trap,
I was
might
just
not be big enough.
thinking. You
We
mentioned.
also don't know how many.
yeah.
I'm gonna be keeping my eye on the entrance with the carrot stone to see if it lures.
It hasn't been very long yet, probably only like a few minutes. And
Okay.
nothing has happened yet.
All right.
Nothing has happened yet.
Should we make some noise?
Mm. I don't know about that one. Should we give it maybe 5-10 minutes before?
Yeah, do you guys want to? Yeah, I was gonna ask.
Yeah.
Do you guys want to wait a period of time and see if anything
See-
happens?
Yeah.
I would
maybe
like to
see if
climb
they
a
come
tree
out.
again,
Okay.
but only halfway up.
Roll acrobatics because you're gonna like. There's not like the way
You're
the
gonna
trees
like
are.
hug the
They're
barrel.
kind of like spruce trees. It's like a spruce forest, so there's not very many branches like low hanging. So you're kind of like koalaing around
Dexterity?
the small trunk. An acrobatics.
Oh, 22.
Oh, you were like are just like grabbing
Good
onto like
rolls
this
this
single
morning.
branch.
You
and,
have
like,
been very well rolls.
And you're yeah, very good view. Slightly out of sight from the ground. You're imagining nothing would look up into this direction,
Okay.
so you can.
I'm
see
just
fairly-
timid about what is going to happen.
Yeah.
I have a question. Do you believe that we can potentially smoke them out? I have a torch, I believe. A tinderbox, sorry,
He
and
just
You have torches as well.
flamethrowers
I have
them.
torches as well too. Yeah, so I can. I mean, I believe that could be an option. I'm not too familiar with catching rabbits.
They might not even be in there.
Sure.
They might not even be
As
in
it-
there.
What?
You're not that far up. They can hear you, right? You're only halfway. Like you're not all the way up in the treetops.
Well, according to my knowledge, rabbits are docile creatures. Perhaps. Do you think there might be another entrance? Can I roll to see if I know anything about rabbit warrens?
You can roll a nature check.
Oh, not good. But I do have good nature. 14?
All you know about rabbits is that the heart of the mysterious horned rabbit from northern Cadareth is incredibly good at making a
Yeah.
specific kind of potion. But that's you don't really know much about like their lifestyle. You know that like they breed fairly like large amounts of like young at once. They're like fairly timid. They more so eat like grasses and stuff, but they will occasionally raid like gardens and farms of certain crops, and carrots is one of them.
Well,
But you would know that generally there's not just one hole to a warren. You would know that knowledge as well.
I'd worry if we were to smoke them out, they might exit through another hole.
Is there a way we can find another hole around here?
We could, or we could just enter the warren.
We'll say about 15 minutes has passed, and in that time, you guys are talking, so you guys probably don't have the closest eye, but I know that for sure Ear will see this. Who else would be having like a close, like laser precision? Who wants to be watching?
He was watching.
I was trying to keep an eye.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you guys will see a large lumbering shape, a little bit obscured by the shadows, come up and like sniff the rock, and you can tell it looks like maybe the size of like a small bear.
Jeez, okay.
God.
Comes out of the warren.
Is it rabbit shaped though?
And it looks the way it's moving is rabbit shaped.
It's not just like
Does it have?
Think
just
about
gonna-
the seed.
And they're like pushed back, so it's like you can
Okay.
assume it has ears, and they move a little bit. You can see them twitching, and like with its large mouth picks up the rock.
I'm just gonna knock my arrow, but not actually
You're not
shoot.
seeing
Oh,
it.
I'm sorry.
It's
I'm
just
sorry.
me
Oh,
and
my bad.
Yeah.
and I'm going to be like, companions.
And all of you will see its little bushy tail retreat back into this hole that
Okay.
Erie had pointed out to you.
That is the biggest rabbit I've ever
Yeah.
seen.
Like I'm not saying like grizzly size. It's like a small black bear.
It's like a, it's like
Still
a
the
baby
biggest
cub
rabbit I've
bear.
ever
You know?
seen.
If I walk
It's
up
like a
to
little
the,
baby cub.
the hole, what do I see looking down?
Looking down with your dark vision,
Yes.
you can see that it about like 20 feet in, it like makes a pretty sharp right.
Okay.
So you can't see that far in, but you can see that the earth has recently been disturbed
Okay,
from the last like the little tail that you saw.
Well, cool.
And you can see in the moist soil, you can see like the big paw prints of where it's like
the
it's
same.
trudged
That's
around.
what I saw before.
The same ones
Okay.
you saw before.
Erie.
Yes.
Erie, is there a chance that you can try to find the other entrance to this cave, this warren?
Okay, let me have a look, and I will.
Jump from tree.
Yeah, I'm gonna jump from tree to tree.
I like
For
it.
now.
We'll keep your other acrobatics
Okay.
check, but I'm gonna make you roll a
Because I
survival
want to
check.
get over top of the mound without having to walk
Yeah.
around it.
The mound is like a small hill. It's not like gigantic, but like maybe like 6 feet tall.
Okay.
Like it's not like huge. It's like the
Knack, while she looks at this mound, perhaps you can. While she looks for the new mound, perhaps you can keep an eye on this one to make sure no more bunnies come out. If they are bunnies, that is.
They did appear to be mammalian in nature.
Mammalian?
Yeah. What's mammalian?
Mammals, I'm assuming.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, so I knew that. Yeah.
Knack is just. I imagine Knack like crouched, like arms like army style, crawl up like with like binoculars,
His tent is still.
but like roped together binoculars. Like they're not again. Like they're just like.
Okay, so do I make it to the other side of the?
Yeah, you were fine to like swing from tree to tree, like jumping, like parkouring is a good way. Some
Parkour.
small flips in it, way more extra than you need to be.
Oh,
but
yeah.
like, you're almost in your mind. You're not showing off. You are. This is kind of how you do it, right? Styles in my blood. But you can roll a survival check to see how well you can like spot.
Ooh, nice. Damn.
22.
Oh my god!
You've had wild.
Yeah.
Find them
like-
warrens. Find them warrens.
So you can see your eyes just open up to the sounds and smells of the
I
forest.
am one with the rabbits.
With the woods. You're almost like, you feel much more at home than you have in these
I
past,
do.
like, month and a half of travel that you've had.
These trees are different than what I'm used to, but
The
it just
trees,
feels right.
the trees nonetheless. The shadows are your friends.
Yes.
So you notice that scattered through the forest, you can plot out probably at least like 4 other burrow holes scattered
Is
around.
there more than one entrance?
There's
on
more than
that?
one entrance on the mound. There's 2 on the mound, but there's 3 more scattered around in the foresty area.
Just holes, though, not mounds.
Not mounds. These ones are just holes. You can imagine they like chose the hill, maybe because you're not super familiar with rabbits. There's not many in the place where you grew up, but you can imagine like just like animal nature. Like they chose the mound because it has like an easy landmark that they can get back.
So
to.
there are at least 5 entrances
at least 5 that you see.
that we see.
Scattered around like maybe a like 100-foot area or so. Some like obviously like in a big like circle-less radius. Like there's like scattered around somewhere in the middle. It's like all over the place, around like 100 to 150 feet radius.
Okay. Okay.
It probably takes you like a few minutes. It doesn't take you too long.
I make my way back. So, problem. There, from what I can tell, is at least 5 different entrances to this warren. There is the main one on that mound, and then I see 4 other holes scattered throughout the woods.
What if we like cave some of them in?
Perhaps
do
we
that?
could cover them with something.
With what?
Like a boulder or something?
Judging by the size of that creature, it would have to be something strong, because they could break through if we just put leaves or branches over top.
Or your tent. No offense.
Lovely tent, though.
Lovely tent.
Or
It
we
looks
could-
great.
Or we could station one of us outside each hole, and then make a commotion.
Yes, I agree with that. I think that what if we actually all went into one?
Into the same hole?
No, into different ones, and we kind of met.
Well,
Close
I
quarters
can
are
wait
much harder
outside.
to make your way out of.
my problem with that idea, Lonan, and I do commend you, it is a fine idea. The issue here is that when you corner an animal, it might attack you, and if you're all alone, I do see you have that bow, you seem quite capable, but I worry we might not be there to help one another.
What if we did my idea of smoking them out by going through and except for one area, basically, I can throw a torch down there, light something on fire, and we watch the one that is not lit up and hope that they all escape through that hole.
That is a good idea. I do have quite a lot of oil, flammable oil.
Do you have any potions or anything? Oops, sorry, I don't actually know you have potions. Never mind. Yeah. That's very well.
I do have quite a lot of oil, flammable oil. We could start fires at 4 of the 5 exits, and then
Two of
all
us could
gather
stay
around.
at the other one?
You would know that the rain has permeated.
What?
all of the
Sorry?
forest.
Sorry, I can't hear you.
The rain has permeated much of the forest now, and
It's damp.
you all would collectively know that it would be quite difficult to find dry tinder or even dry grass to like start these fires.
And I look at, well, and I look at the tent.
And I see your eyes, and I'm like,
Good sir, Knack. What a lovely tent you have here. Do you mind if we take...
very dry.
And I grab like one of the pieces that had kind of already fallen off, and it just like does it, and I just kind of like tear a little bit off. Do you mind if I grab
You
some?
don't have to work very hard to
It just
lift
kind of
it,
just falls into my hand.
but you see like your
Yeah.
hard work like
Yeah.
down.
And I shake my head in disbelief.
Yeah, very dry
Um,
and flammable.
Oh.
I suppose so.
I'm going to pull 2 jars of oil out of my bag. Let's do it.
Let's do it. Erie, you're still up. Is Erie still up in the?
Did you ever come down?
I came down.
Oh, wait, you
I'm
can't.
sorry,
I wasn't sure if
came
you were
down.
yelling this from the treetops.
I'm picturing
or-
you like hanging down like Spider-Man, like your head just appears beside us. There's
Oh,
4
but-
rabbit holes.
Erie, perhaps you can go and keep an eye on whichever one, and we'll go to the other ones if that's okay with you, and everybody else
Sure.
potentially can watch it as well too.
Watch what?
The same hole.
We're not gonna light the one, right?
No.
So do you want? There's 4 other holes. Do you want one of us to stay with Erie so she's not by herself, and everyone can
Oh, I
kind of
can stay
like
there.
light a different hole?
Can I ask a question? What kind of weapons do you guys have?
We see a very large hammer in my one hand.
I'm going to pull out of my bag's not very large, but I pull like a crossbow that doesn't seem like it would fit in it out, and
Okay.
then I put it back.
Okay.
And I have like a quarterstaff, but it looks like lighter than yours.
Okay.
That I kind of like take out, and I kind of like
Does
a bit
it whistle
shorter
in the
probably
wind?
as well.
Yeah.
She, as Erie looks and turns and asks those questions, I show her like the scimitar, and then I just like I open my mouth and I just like grow my teeth, and it's like
Yeah, it says that he like canine like that. It is like nice and long.
Yeah.
Do you have any weapons? His teeth grow?
I just point to my waist.
Um,
I think that.
Hey, Eerie, roll a quick history check.
Okay. Oh no.
Oh no.
your luck has run out.
5.
You are like very startled because you have no idea what he mean. He just like grew his teeth out, and I guess you've never seen anything like that before.
So if I'm standing near him, I move much further away from him.
And I'm going to like not notice your fear. Erie, miss, sir. What?
Mister.
Yeah. How far are the Warrens from the Central Warren?
I would say about
could you-
100 feet apart, each
All right.
scattered. They're not all in a row.
So
But once you get past the first mound, you can easily see where they are.
all right. So I think the best course of action is here, and I'll start handing out oil flasks to everyone.
I think that the person with the best weapons should perhaps be the one to stand in front of the hole in case something comes out. All I have is this
stay with you.
quarterstaff, and I'm very good with
No,
it,
no, no.
but I don't know
Vigorously
what
shake
we're
my
about to
flask.
do.
Well, why don't we throw the oil, smash the vial. It's fine. I have lots. Light it if you can with a torch or a tinderbox. You all have that, I assume.
inside the inside.
Well, we'll all take a portion of your tent. Could you mind beginning tearing that up for us, by the way? Lovely tent, by the
he
way.
cries.
Yeah. And then my plan, use the tent as a source of fuel, spill some oil over it, throw it in the entrance, light it on fire, and then we all run towards the single exit that we
Okay.
have not lit a fire under,
Okay.
and then wait for them to come out, and then
I
I'll shoot.
volunteer to take one of the vials.
Me as well.
I'll just wait at the one that we're gonna be waiting at. You know.
Maybe you as well.
And then we will go to 2 other exits.
So we're essentially making Molotov cocktails.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, just put the part of the tent in the vial of oil, light it, and throw
The
it.
vial's not too big, but it's definitely enough oil to like accomplish what you guys
So
want.
the
They're probably
middle-
like big, like circles.
As long as we don't drop it on ourselves.
The middle one, the middle mound
no.
that we're under now
Can
has
you
2
imagine?
entrances, right?
There's 2 entrances on the middle mound.
Okay. So me and.
So you should each take one entrance on the mound so that they don't sneak out either way.
Okay.
Are you ready?
And I kind of look.
I put my
Just do it.
Put your hand in, yeah.
Do you just does
Oh.
Pippin just go on and like hold her hand?
Yeah.
Go!
All
And
right.
then I grab
I'm
vial
just shaking
from
my
you?
An oil vial, yeah. I
Are
already
you
have
going
the
to
vial.
show? Are you showing them where these?
I'm going to
holes
lead
are?
the way.
You're leading the way. So it doesn't take too long for you guys to all get situated. You can't all see each other from the same holes. There's some trees in the way. The mound is in the way. But you guys are all like fairly well positioned, and you just throw them in as soon as you're ready.
I pretty much get there. I wait like a few seconds to look over.
Are
we
we
all
going to
wave.
be rolling to see if we're successful? in
I'm gonna
making
see
into the
how
hole?
well you throw it, just for fun.
Yeah.
So everybody can make a
I'm just gonna have my hands on my swords.
yeah, except for who is.
The two of them.
Knack
Okay.
wins. Great.
Right.
So the two, yeah, okay. So you guys are going to just stand there at the ready. I
Yeah.
imagine you have your weapons out. If not out, like on your hands on them, right, ready. But you guys can all roll we'll say a dexterity attack roll with no proficiency.
Oh gosh.
That's good for you.
Because none of you are good with just tossing
We rolled
shit,
some.
right?
Oh.
And Travis, you can roll
So
those.
just dex.
Yeah.
Wait.
So we got a 14.
Oh,
I got
okay.
a
Okay.
nat 20. I'm like,
14.
15.
14, 15,
12.
12,
and
and...
nat 20.
Okay, so, Lonan, you, like, chuck it right down, and you can hear it roll before a burst of, like inferno, light, comes, from
Just
deep
like-
inside. You seem like you got lucky, and it, went really far. You got a pretty straight path, because you guys can't see, other than the two of you, I believe none of you guys have dark vision, correct?
I do not.
Yeah, so...
I don't think so.
Yeah, because we have
Me too.
human, part humans. Like, none of you guys have dark vision other than
Nope.
the two of you.
Nope.
So you just got lucky with it, and we got a really straight path, and you hear smell like from inside the hole. And
Oh, no.
See like a shadow dart off to around the corner.
Okay.
All of you guys also, the two of you, Willow and Pippin, you managed to make a good throw. It doesn't seem like it's as effective as this screech, but the fire has definitely caught on the Molotov. Rachel, your hand stumbles a little bit as it slips in, and
I'm nervous.
you no, it gets
it on your own
in.
face.
It definitely gets inside the burrow, but it is
I drop it
quite.
more than throw it.
It's quite close to the entrance,
Okay.
and it almost scorches you, but you manage to get it out of the way.
Lights or socks on fire.
Back at the mound, you guys hear after a few minutes. Did you guys all recollect, or are you staying near your
After
holes?
As soon as
we
I
toss,
throw
we
it, yeah.
throw back.
Yeah.
We
Okay.
throw back.
Yeah, we all.
So after watching the effect of your thing, you can see smoke slowly starting to rise from your respective burrows that you guys threw stuff in, and you guys hear some shuffling down the holes, specifically where you guys are, specifically coming from the main entrance. Who's standing at the main entrance? The
As
first
soon
one?
as we throw them in, the
No,
plan
no.
was to run back.
Yes, but there's two sides. There's two burrows on the mound. One of you guys are each standing at each of the burrows, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which side is everybody standing on?
The main entrance would be Gray. I
Okay,
think.
great.
And then the back entrance is
Is-
Willowa. Oh, sorry.
Knack.
Knack.
Nah.
Yeah, and where do you guys convene? Each of you. You guys can choose between.
I would
Knack
like to go to the front.
Okay, so you go to Gray.
Say, yeah, I want to be as close
Great.
as possible. Yeah.
Okay,
I'll stand with Knack.
and you went to Knack.
And I'll
you
stand
went
with
to
Knack as well.
Okay, so you guys hear some
Stable.
scraping and some screeching as smoke actually begins to pour out of
I
the
pull
main
out my
burrow hole as
quarterstaff.
well.
Yeah.
When you see a large shadow dart forward
Out
and
of
bash into Gray, and with that, we're gonna take our break because it is
Yes.
now 1:30.
Is it 1:30 right now?
Yeah, it is.
Alright,
So we're
perfect.
gonna take our break, guys.
All right.
And we will continue this rabbit tail after the break. So thank you guys all for tuning in so far. We will be back in a few minutes.
Yeah,
Thank you all.
I'll be putting on the beer back message, but if you guys need to, I'll be in chat for a few seconds anyway. So.
Okay, thank you all so far. Excited to see you again soon.
Yay!
if we can see everything yet, but I will mention it in a second.
All right, we're back. Welcome back, everybody.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to our first session of All Fun and Dice. So I will do a short recap of what happened. Our adventuring party has met up under the unfortunate circumstance of Willow being shipwrecked on the beach on the southern shore of Kildare between Cobequid and Kern, the small towns. Sadly, Kern, all of the rooms in the inns are incredibly booked and there's nowhere to stay. So our group of ragtag adventurers have went to the old Marigold's ranch and have been tasked with hunting rabbits. But as they found out, these are not really typical rabbits. They're quite large. They just set a trap and threw some smoke bombs and some like Molotov cocktails, basically, down the burrows and have forced the rabbits to start escaping. A large shape has shot out of the burrow and pushed back our dear Gray. No damage, just a push.
Oof.
And right away, everybody can roll initiative.
Yeah, first initiative.
Yeah.
First initiative roll.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Good one.
Nice.
So
Mine was pretty
19.
good, too. So was mine.
Ooh,
Nice.
your rolls, Rachel.
Okay, so
Wait, I didn't get
Your
mine.
rolls eerie.
I'm gonna ask you guys all your initiative. Nick, all the people
Simon.
are right here, so you can do that.
Rena, do I do this too? Do I add that to it?
Dexterity.
Oh, you already have one.
You
Yeah, I
got
already
that
have all
for
of you
initiative?
guys out.
Yeah.
You guys don't need to
Initiative
know the
focus.
initiative of everybody
Oh,
else,
so never
so I'm
mind.
just gonna do that anyway.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like 22.
Never mind, I got a 23. I forgot to add my dexterity.
Oh my god.
I got a 20 as well too.
I got 18.
Was there only one bunny?
We got some great rolls,
So far.
folks.
I'm thick,
Thanks.
so
I'm
sure
I will
there's-
not be
Okay.
participating in combat.
Alright. First combat, everybody. Time to get some bunnies.
Bunny
Banana.
stew.
Yeah.
Bunnies too.
They didn't feed us for like 16 years.
Yeah.
So many these things look like they're gonna be big.
19
Big
years.
boys.
I'm warm already.
Are you?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's okay. Just breathe.
Okay, so let's start with our initiative order. So who is 25 to 20?
23.
23 for Miss
Oh,
Erie.
20? Yep.
22.
You're at 20?
Yeah. You got 22?
22.
Oh, 22, okay, so...
22.
Okay, Erie first, and then Pippin,
Tell me where the
and then
rabbits
you
go.
had one as well, you said?
20.
20, okay, 20 for Lonan. Okay, and so now we're looking for 19 to 15.
I got 18.
18? Okay, so we're gonna have one,
21.
no, put, don't bother putting those, just put yours up here, so
Sure.
you guys know. I'll put mine down. So you said 18?
Yeah.
Okay, and then... No one else between 19 and 15?
Nope.
15 to 10. 14 to 10.
11.
Okay.
Are you up yet?
Nope.
Oh no.
Oh no. And he just got tackled too.
Yeah. I thought I was bringing up the rear with my 11. But
No.
Yeah.
yeah.
Don't worry, some of the rabbits rolled really bad, so you guys are
Wow.
okay. You guys are okay.
It's good. We were ready for them.
You guys were ready for
Rob, you
them.
have like a little feather on the back of your head.
No, I
holding
don't,
your
man.
head down.
Yeah, it's been there the whole time we've been playing.
Is it like an actual feather?
Still haven't gotten it.
What?
Here, look, lean your head towards me.
There it goes.
Excuse me? Why didn't no one tell me to break?
I was just noticed.
Yeah.
So you said
I
what,
liked
11? Nat?
I hope
Alright.
Okay, what do you have?
5.
5.
Ooh.
Okay.
You're really tired. You're really
I don't
He's
even.
always really tired.
My swords are barely out.
Yeah.
Was-
Nah, they're out.
Yeah. Do you have any
My
weapons?
Right here.
Right here.
Okay, so start of the round. There's only one rabbit in sight so far. But you do, in fact, see them, Gary. And you see one poking
One
out here.
rabbit poking out.
What do they
Yeah.
look like?
The one that is in front of Erie, you guys don't currently see it. This one is a large, like dirty looking rabbit. Gray colors, with like big sharp teeth, almost like, not sharp, big like buck teeth, almost the size of like a playing card. like together.
Oh, boy.
So they're pretty large.
Oh,
Jeez.
It's a very
That's
large
huge.
rabbit.
Yeah.
At the
It's like-
shoulder, it definitely reaches like you're not a very tall person, so
I'm
but it
not.
reaches like above your waist at the shoulder. It's a large rabbit.
Does it look aggressive?
It looks like panicked, and its like eyes are like and like barreled directly into
I feel bad.
you,
for
and like it knocked you into a tree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just lit their home on fire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably a little aggressive.
I feel bad for it.
You should
Okay.
just sleep in the warren.
So is it like its face is facing me, or
And no, it has just like shoulder checked, gray into
Okay.
the tree, and it's like standing there, like
Okay. So I am going to just make my way. I'm going to take a couple steps towards it.
do you want to be in 5 feet?
Yeah.
Yeah, you,
5, 10, 15.
And then I'm going to hit it on the butt with my quarterstaff
right on its little fluffy tail.
on its tail.
Okay, so you can roll to hit.
Ooh,
No. All your good luck
What
rolls
do you
have
have?
been used up.
What did you roll?
3.
A 3? A 3?
No,
Wait, to
Plus.
hit.
no,
oh.
it's plus that. Yeah.
Oh, is it? Oh, my bad. Still, it's just a 9.
Oh, yeah, no, a 9 does not hit. So it manages to, like, it hasn't even looked at you yet. It just, like, twitches out of the way. Just
I
on
missed.
happenstance.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
and you,
as
like, wax the ground. And as you hit the ground, and, like, a little bit, like a snap of twigs, it turns its head towards you. And
Okay.
its eyes are, like, wide and, like, yellow in the, like, the darkness
Okay.
of, like, this, like, late afternoon.
And it's like thunderstorming still. Or?
It is still like, and like, it is not. The thunder hasn't quite hit you guys yet, but the rain is like progressively getting heavier and
Okay.
heavier and
Oh,
heavier.
no.
Okay, next up we have
Can also
Pippin.
attack it.
And Pippin,
Yeah.
you actually don't see anything yet, but you heard like a crash and a whack
Not this time.
on the other side.
Does it look like
Okay.
there might be, with my dark vision, does it look like there might be anything coming down through the tunnel?
How long is your dark vision? 30 feet.
30 feet.
You can see. Sorry, 1 second. You can see one rabbit, like a small rabbit, like just like the front of its face. You can see one like looks like it's starting to like crawl up your tunnel.
Alright, I'm going to walk behind Knack,
Okay, so 5, 10.
and I'm going to go, Knack, there's a big one coming. And I'm going to uncork a bottle and dump it over Knack's head. And it's going to splash over top of him. And I'm going to be casting
This has probably
shield.
happened to you before.
Yeah. Yeah. And you get slashed, and it's like this thick sap that like coats your head and gets all into your beard. And I'm casting Shield of Faith on you. So your armor class is now increased by 2.
Alright. Damn.
Thanks.
And then I'm gonna step back behind the tree for cover.
Okay, okay.
What, is
So
it, what do you say? Like a maple syrup or something? What is that?
it's very syrupy.
Yeah, syrupy potions. I uncorked it
Yeah.
and I was like,
He's like,
Yeah.
maple
So you have
syrup?
I
plus
want
2,
maple
correct?
syrup.
And
Yes.
you are maintaining concentration, so remember that.
Yes, I do have concentration right now.
Okay, and that's your turn. So next up is Lonan. You just saw Eerie come up and whack, and just by pure chance miss the rabbit, and is now staring her down. Combat home rule that I just want to remind you of is flanking. So if you're on either side of an opponent, you get a +2 to your attack roll.
Okay. So yeah, like Gray didn't get knocked prone or anything. He just got like.
Oh no,
Here's
he
the-
just got pushed back like that.
Okay.
It did no damage, just got pushed back a little bit.
Okay.
You were surprised, you were expecting it, but not like that much bulk, right?
Okay.
Right.
So I'm gonna go over to like the left-hand side of that thing to
So,
kind of corner it in between all of us.
15, right here?
Right to the left of it.
Oh, you want to be right beside it?
Yeah.
Okay, so 5.
So then that way it's kind of
25.
the only way they can get out is basically back into the way it came, right?
Yep, it can climb up onto the mound. The mound isn't like a wall; it's just like it's an incline.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And the
You
top
could-
of the
you could
mound is
climb
like
there,
6
too.
feet. Like, none of you are tall enough to see over it, but like, let's say you were like 7 feet tall, you could see the people on the other side of the
Okay.
mound.
And I'm going to pull out my rapier, and I'm going to basically go for its head.
You go for it.
Oh.
It's right now. You're behind it. Right now, it's facing Eerie, so you can try to like go for its neck.
Sure.
At the back. Of it. Okay.
Eerie like smacks its butt with her stick, and you're like, I slice its head off.
Okay.
But it's due for days. Ready?
Yep.
Oops.
No.
Add an extra +2 on top of what you know.
So, we're at 12.
12 hits.
Nice.
So you can roll your damage.
Roll a 5.
Are any of them have like little fire on their butts as they run out?
They look a little bit like the part of the manginess of them is probably like the smoke that has been clinging to them.
You guys just see Travis's notes right now. It says rabbits. Big.
This is true.
Yeah, he's right.
Okay, so what is your damage?
9.
9. So it doesn't quite. You like prick the rabbit on the back of the neck, and it like screeches like a high pitched like rodent like and like turns and like kind of like burrow like lucks down more.
Yeah, I feel bad.
There's a little bit of blood,
Let's
but there
go
is a
to
little
the
bit of
ladies.
blood. So you said 9.
Yeah.
Take over the farm.
Okay.
Let's kill the old lady.
So next up, coming from the burrow on the right here, rabbit. This one's more the size of like. Well, the other one is like a small bear. This one's like the size of like maybe like a Doberman. So smaller, but like
Yeah.
still big.
Still big.
Yeah. And it runs out and is actually going to make a mad dart and just is going to run all the way forward. And so, Will, if you would like, you can make an attack of opportunity.
Okay, I have my quarterstaff out, so I'm gonna kind of just like try and swipe it as it passes.
Okay.
Nat 20.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
not 20! Wow, okay.
First combat, not 20.
Nice. So you can roll your damage. And did you do a one hand or two hand?
I didn't specify, so I'll just say it was one hand
Okay,
because
so
it's kind of just like hitting it as I
You
go.
can either decide to double your d4 or you can roll two d4s. But you have to decide now.
I'll just roll.
Roll 2,
Okay.
yeah.
So
Nice.
3 and a 2.
And
No.
a 2.
Oh.
Yeah, a 3 and a 2.
Okay, so 5 plus your, what's your modifier?
Doesn't have one.
Yes, she does.
Dex, is it?
Dex.
Does it oh, so
So
the plus
+2.
2.
Plus 2.
So,
I have to write that
7.
down, sorry.
so you make full contact and you hit its back hind leg as it runs past. And you hear a small like yelp as it like stops and turns to look at you.
Oh.
And it's actually going to take one step back and try to make a bite at you for hitting it.
Sure.
But it looks pretty injured actually just from the single hit.
I should have dumped that syrup all over you.
Yeah, you should have.
Okay.
Yeah, next time.
Next time.
Get you all oiled up.
Ooh, no, it misses. It makes a mad bite, but like it goes to like put the weight on the leg that you just hit, but it stumbles.
Okay.
And so the bite does not land.
Okay.
Okay, next up is gonna be Willow again, actually.
It is me.
Yeah, Willow gets stacked again.
Um,
So this rabbit is more of like it's not white, but it's more of a like a lighter color, and you can see that there's like a slight charredness because you're right in its face. You can
Right.
see a little bit of charred whiskers at the end.
I think I am going to do. So I have my quarterstaff out, and I'm gonna start like spinning it
Ooh,
in
okay.
front of me, and this like energy is gonna kind of pulse out around me in like a little circle, and it's gonna kind of hit the rabbit.
Is it like a storm?
It
like
is
wind?
the sword burst.
Sweet.
is what
Okay.
I'm using.
Well, I have to make a save, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
What
Dex.
save am I? Dex save.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh yeah, it passes with an 18.
Okay.
So it, with this like hurt leg, it's like ducking low on the ground, and you kind of underestimated its height, and it kind of just like passes over its head.
Okay.
This like burst of energy. It's almost like a small like pulse of like wind and like storm, like electricity.
And as like the spinning, as I'm like spinning the quarterstaff, there's like a faint glow on my skin as like all the markings on my skin kind of glow fluorescent for a second.
Cool.
And then they fade.
I like it. So next up, out of this warren over here, pops. This one's a smaller one. It's not nearly as big as this one. This one is probably the size of like a poodle. Not as tall, but like body shape size, right? Body size. So it's gonna come out and look right around, and it's gonna see that like there's a whole bunch of people here. And Eerie, you're sitting right in front of it, so it's gonna like bite at your ankles. It's like because it sees that like it's like scared, like
Yeah.
maybe you can probably assume that this is probably a parent because of the pure size difference.
Okay.
Stop making us feel bad.
Yeah.
The baby bites you to try to save its dying mother.
What is? Oh, Eerie. No, it does not manage to hit you. It nibbles, but then it's like, ooh, that is some good grass, and it just nibbles the
Okay.
grass beside you. It's a little distracted.
Adorable.
Yeah.
Okay, next up, out of this one, once more comes. This one is much larger than the one you guys are had seen before.
Like
Then this
comparable size to the other large one on the other side.
Yeah, you guys wouldn't have seen that size before.
I'm just
so-
asking out of game.
Yeah, out again. It's like
Yeah.
the size of like a black bear.
Mama and Papa.
In terms of the size of the first rabbit over there, it is a little bit smaller.
Mhm.
And this one is like a very black. Not like charcoaly, like not like smoky black, like it was like smoked out. It's like a dark as night rabbit.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Cool.
So it's gonna rush
That's
out,
the goth rabbit.
and upon seeing, sadly, it sees
just like-
it sees the smaller young, like cowering with a hurt leg, and it's gonna like almost like foam a little bit at the mouth. Which is Pippin and Knack will see this, and it's gonna lunge at you, Uwalawa.
Oh
Naturally.
no.
Naturally.
Naturally.
And its first attack, that is cocked, does not hit with 2 nat 1s in a row. And its second attack
Should be serious.
is a 19 to hit.
Definitely hits.
19 hits. So it is going to do... so the first one with its bite chomps down in thin air and it kind of like rattles it. It's like a little dazed. But the second one hits with its claw and is going to do 7 slashing damage with its
Okay.
like sharp claws.
That's aggressive. 7?
Hurt its baby.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That
7
is
damage, that's
aggressive.
pretty good.
That would half health me.
Yeah.
Not me.
Okay,
Nami.
next up
I have the lowest health in the
A
party.
lot
is
of damage.
Knack.
Alright. So I will turn to face the one that the larger of the two that just ran out
Yep.
on our side, and I'm going to take my shield, and I'm going to lower it down to the ground. And upon doing so, there'll be like kind of 4 tiny wooden legs that swing out, and I'll put it down, and it kind of makes like this like work surface tabletop.
Okay.
thing.
I like it.
Yes, and then I'm going to.
Willow and Pippin, you seeing this, it looks like 2 ratty, like rusty bars come
like
down
clink,
off of
clink,
this
clink.
shield.
It
Yes.
makes a little table.
Yeah, a little table there. And then I'm going to take my my warhammer and I'm going to start hammering the surface of the table.
Okay.
And as I do so, sparks will start coming out of it, and eventually it'll grow into kind of like a solid glowing mass. And then the final time I hit it, it'll release, and a guiding bolt will shoot toward.
Nice.
Cool.
Okay, so
Yeah.
you make an attack roll for that, I believe?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
He forged a guiding bolt.
Yeah.
I like it.
It's 10 plus whatever my
10 plus.
6, so 16 total.
Oh, that hits.
Okay.
Good.
So you can roll that damage. So we'll say, since the beginning of combat, you got the oil put over your head, you realize this is serious. You set up your table, and as the final spark hits after the slash at Willowa, right across like your like chest, like not ripping anything, of course, but like barely grazing. So there's like small wounds on you already.
They hit your
Sweet.
seashells.
15 damage.
15 damage. Wow.
damage.
So that one hits it hard, and the already like you guys see a burst from the other side of the mountain. You guys see a burst of light emanate in this like darkening
From over-
forest from the other side
Oh,
out
wow.
of the mound as this bolt hits it, and it's like and you just hear like a shriek. I'm not gonna do it again. As the guiding bolt hits this large dark rabbit, and actually as it hits it, it almost has like a little bit of like light clinging to it, so like you can
Ooh.
see it a bit more.
Cool.
At least you will, because in the darkness it's a little bit harder for you to see. So you can see this quite a bit more. So how much damage? You said 15?
15, yeah.
Nice.
That would knock me out.
Okay.
Don't mess
Next
with
up from this Warren, you see guys see like the bodies of like the one rabbit that like had like tried to bite your ankles like get nudged forward as another rabbit like scrambles over
Oh
its
my
body
gosh.
attempting to escape, and this one's gonna push out.
Endless rabbits.
So
They're just gonna keep coming.
Yeah.
you guys didn't check how many there were.
There's like a rabbit summoner in there we have to get, but we just keep
Yeah.
getting them out here.
And this one's terrified and looks over at you this time, Lona, and is gonna attempt to like
And
scratch at you with its claw.
I'm sorry,
Okay.
my name is Hurt. How big is this one?
This one is another smaller one. Maybe
Doberman.
Yeah.
It's a panda.
Doberman is smaller than black bear. Okay. This one's maybe the size of like a small lab.
Yeah, 5
Okay.
loaves of bread. 15.
When are we getting like
No
normal
crust.
size rabbit?
Sounds good.
Yeah, there's gonna be
Okay.
one in there.
Oop, that one hits. What's your armor class again? I believe it is 15, right?
Sorry, yes.
Yeah. So that hits with a 23.
I'm just staring at you like that.
What class?
Oh, and that is going to do 6 damage with its little... Like, they're not nearly as sharp as, like, the bigger one is, but it causes you to, like, jump back, and it doesn't quite make contact, but the energy exerted on you.
Okay.
You're going to lose 6 hit points.
A lot of
I
damage.
cannot get hit.
Okay, next up is great, finally.
Alright, so I see the rabbit in front of me, and it's attacking on poor little Eerie there, so...
Actually, this one hasn't attacked
Eerie.
anyone.
Oh, yeah,
It just, but it did run out and hit you, but it hasn't
Well, it was,
attacked
like,
anyone
sleeping,
yet.
just like-
So I'm just gonna look down at the bear-sized rabbit and gonna swing my first sword swing at him.
Okay,
That's gonna be a 19.
19 hits
Ooh,
Nice.
yeah.
on the big boy.
On the big,
Big boy.
You don't get the +2 though because you don't
My
get the
main
flanking
weapon
man.
attack.
No, but
Oh,
no,
yeah,
you don't
right,
get the
right.
flanking man bonus. You two do.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's gonna be a 10 points of slashing.
10 points. So that one hits it right across its face and it actually chips one of its teeth
Ooh.
as you make contact. And it like looks at you with almost like a ferocity that you haven't seen in a wild animal in a long
And then
time.
I'm just gonna pierce with the second sword.
Okay.
Oh, it's only a 9.
A 9 does miss. So it actually is gonna like catch it in its broken tooth and like toss it aside.
And then I look fierce and stand in front of it.
Okay, and with that, it actually is gonna retaliate on you because it is its turn. So it's gonna take its first bite attack after like lunging. After you attack with its sword and knocks it away, it's gonna make its first bite attack. And yep. Oh no. 1 second.
Rabbits.
No, and that one misses with a nat 1. It actually like, stumbles to the ground. But with its second strike, it's gonna like pop up and like hit up with a claw, and that.
This rabbit's like a kung fu. It's like
How do you know these are actually rabbits?
they're just people in suits.
You don't know.
They're just like fucking with this old
What
woman.
your armor
We got your
is
carrot.
17, correct?
17.
17, right?
17 needs to be.
Oh yeah, no, it hits like for like a 21.
Oh,
Yeah.
crazy.
So this one is gonna do. Nope. My armor now. My apologies. That is gonna hit for 11 slashing damage. And as that's happening, you hear like a. That does quite a bit of your health, correct?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, you guys hear like a little a grunt come from across the hill as yet another rabbit shoots out of the burrow over here,
dear.
and this one is gonna look, and it's gonna just see like this weird hammering and this light clinging, and it's gonna like turn and it's gonna just like jump at you, Knack.
How many rabbits are we at now?
6.
Okay.
Yeah.
3 on our side, 3 on theirs.
Good.
Yeah.
6 for birds.
Cool.
Crazy.
Cool.
Okay, and it's gonna make a single bite attack at Nakarino,
Nagarina.
and it misses. So it's in fear, and like. But it's gonna run forward and like try to like get away, so you can have an attack of opportunity. If you'd like.
Okay.
It just poops.
Yeah.
But it's a giant rabbit poop.
Smelly to it.
That'll be 10 to hit.
10 to hit misses.
Okay.
So you make a hammer and it just misses its hind leg as it like darts past, and it's gonna dart all the way up to right here, beside, and like it's gonna look in. Like, this one is like an albino one, so it's like all white with like covered in dirt with its red pink eyes like staring.
Is it gonna keep running past me?
This is as far as it can run,
Okay.
so it stops right here.
Alright, I'm gonna like look back at it with shocked eyes.
Okay, so next up is we are back at the top of the round, so we're back to Eerie.
This time I'm taking no chances. And is the big rabbit still
It is still right in front of you.
right in front of me? I'm going
You're
to...
actually surrounded by rabbits right
I
now.
know.
You have so many rabbits near
But I
you.
feel the biggest threat to me is the largest rabbit.
It's looking fairly hurt. There is some blood around it. It has the chipped tooth.
Yeah.
Like the blood is starting to like ooze out and like color its like dark gray fur around where you pierced it.
I'm going to hit it with my fists
Ooh.
of fury.
Some fisticuffs.
So you're gonna do one attack first.
Yes.
Okay, so you can make that one first.
Oh.
What'd you roll?
Oh my gosh. What am I adding to
Here,
this again?
6.
8.
Did you add the +2 from flanking?
No,
11,
10.
12.
10 barely misses. So you make the dodge, but your depth perception in the light is like very poor. So you kind of actually just come a little bit short.
Okay.
And it's just like rears back a little bit.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna do. I have a bonus attack.
Yep. Are you just gonna do one? Or are you gonna do a flurry of blows?
Fury of blows.
Okay, so you're gonna spend 1 key point to make 2 more
Yeah.
unarmed attack.
Let me hold on. I'm gonna get rid of one of my key points. Okay.
What?
Okay.
There you go.
Okay. So 19.
19 does
Actually
it.
21, but yeah, it doesn't matter.
Because the
Oh,
plus
because the +2.
Yeah.
And then it is 1d4 plus 4. 7.
7. Okay, good. So it looks pretty hurt. You can make your another attack. Where do you want to punch it?
Is it? Where is it face? Is it like its face is facing me?
It's facing gray right now because it was turning and like lashing
I'm
out.
trying
at
to
him.
see. Okay, so I guess I'm doing like in the ribs.
You're right in the rib
Right in
cage.
the rib
Okay,
cage.
right in the rib. So like, and you hear like a little
Yeah.
as like air rushes out of its
Yes.
lungs.
Yes.
And
It
you
sounds
can
like a
make
person
it
like that too.
Yeah.
You don't know rabbits.
So do I get to do?
You got your second attack still. Yeah, you can attack.
Am I just rolling for damage though?
No, you had to roll a hit with this
Yeah.
one too.
Sorry.
That's okay.
So 18.
Yep, that hits.
Okay. Oh, just 6 this time.
Just 6. It is looking. Where are you hitting it this time?
Same place.
Same place. So the ribs, and just looking like you hear a snap as some of the ribs crack, and it look definitely like it falters to the
I'm
ground.
saying
looking
sorry
hurt.
as a baby.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's
okay.
definitely looking like incredibly hurt though. It is like
Okay.
not. It is like on its last night right now.
Okay.
Next up is Pippin, and Pippin, you just see like rabbits everywhere, and they're like they're like running away, but like, also like attacking, and the one is like fearfully staring at
I'm
you.
like looking at it very closely, and I'm like very subtly reaching into my vest, and I pull out like a large turkey baster, and I point it towards the rabbit, and then I'm gonna squeeze it and cast acid splash.
Okay, so it's acid splash is ranged attack spell.
It is.
So you're gonna make it with disadvantage if you're attacking which rabbit are you?
Okay, so it is. You hurl a bubble of acid, choose one creature within range, or 2 creatures within a range of 5 feet of each other. The target must make a dexterity saving.
Oh, I thought it was an attack roll.
It is not an attack.
So you can
roll.
hit both C and
That's
A.
what I'm trying. So I'm like, and spraying acid on both of them.
What distance can this go?
60 feet. So I can go like.
It's like a little cannon. Okay, so dex saves you said?
Yeah. So with my
What might be
acid
there?
turkey baster, you need to beat my spell save DC. So. That's a good question. What's my spell
Turkey
save
based.
DC?
They both fail.
They both fail.
They both rolled under 10.
Okay, they
So-
fail.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I definitely
It's 14 years
14.
Yeah, oh yeah, so yeah.
Okay, so then you guys each take 1d6 acid damage.
Okay, so this one's gonna be for hitting A first.
So to hit A, I'm gonna do a whopping 2 acid damage.
And up in
Whoa.
2 acid damage.
And for the other little guy, the little white albino boy,
Yeah.
I'm gonna use 5 acid damage.
5 acid damage. So both of them, their first sizzles as it hits them, and they just like it almost seems to like not register on their faces because it's such an unfamiliar pain. But all of a sudden they start thrashing.
Okay, and then after I attack, I'm going to try to run around the tree, and I'm gonna if they attack for opportunity, I'll have
C will be able to take an attack of opportunity.
Okay.
The little albino boy. Oh, it's not 20.
Oh no! Oh no!
Oh, you
Are you
upset
gonna go
him.
now?
I upset him.
It's a little tiny funny though, so you're fine.
So it is going to do 6 damage with as it's like, but one of those damages is going to be acid as like some splash onto you.
Yeah, he had like fur in his eyes, and I melted the fur away so he could see me.
It's almost like as you look at it again, as it bites you, you can actually see some of its like the mouth like melted away, and some more of its teeth are exposed.
The poor bunny.
Yucky.
And I'm gonna be like,
And its
interesting
beautiful
anatomy.
like white pelt is like ruined.
This is
As
super
you get,
appropriate
like,
with Easter
dead.
coming up.
So next up is Lonin.
Yeah.
So you see this incredibly wounded rabbit like in front of you, and this like other one just like beside you. It's like just looks terrified. This one's like a molted brown.
Okay. This time, while I'm here, I have a question. When shifting into my longtooth form, does that
It's
take
a bonus action.
It does take my bonus
It takes
action.
your bonus action. So you can't make the attack the turn you shift because you're
Because I do get a bonus action, like an unarmed attack.
Yeah, so you can take an attack action, but you normally like when you're shifted, you can take an attack action and a bonus attack action
Okay.
with it. But this turn, you can only take the one attack.
Okay. So yeah.
To go on to unarmed, or you can use your sword still.
Yeah, that's fine. So I'm going to. Well, I'm already next to it anyways. As I'm staying next to it, I'm just going to start shifting, and my face is going to appear to be like more like wolfy than normal.
Is it,
And
do you like howl?
Your maw will elongate as like your ears, like the fur like tufts and like spikes up as the hair grows along it, and your shoulders like bulge as like fur, and your clothes like this doesn't rip because you're used to it as it stretches
He's got spandex.
as your arms.
He has spandex to account for that.
Yeah,
just jogging shorts.
as the fur, as the normal hairy arms go like they turn like a blaring white compared to the normally like more like off white as it coats your body.
All right, and I'm just like heavily breathing like, and I'm like bunnies, and I run towards it. Well, again with my rapier anyways because I can't do my own attack.
So like this like wolf with a sword.
Yeah, with a little like fencing sword like that.
Yeah, because you're like, I don't imagine you don't really grow in height. I mean, you actually probably go maybe like 3 more inches, so you're like a little bit taller.
Yeah. Okay.
It was all for show.
Yeah,
you've been doing so bad.
12. Oh, sorry. Was it my rapier, right? So 9.
Nine misses.
Yeah.
Yeah, 9 misses. So the bunny, as injured as it is, with this like labored breathing and like blood soaking from its neck, it still manages to just like out of the way. It's like you're trying. You're like a translation kind of like boggled your mind a little bit, and it made you off a little bit.
Okay.
So next
You went
up,
to swing and your arm grew more because you were still transforming and missed.
So next up is the acidy darker like gray one, and it's gonna it is like in a lot of pain, so it's like kind of like a wild. It's not really thinking, so it's just gonna go straight for Willow because that's what's nearby.
Yep.
And that is going to miss. Does not hit.
Good.
So it's like it's a wild frenzy of like animalistic just like pain. It manages to it can't get away. So this one is going to actually run and dart this way. So you can make an attack of opportunity if you like.
Okay. I will kind of do the same thing as I did before, and I got a nat 1.
Okay, so
I
it is
do
you
nothing.
stumble when you actually your staff is going to get stuck a little bit in the ground.
Okay.
So you don't have quite the maneuverability that you would normally have. And I have to go straight to your turn, actually.
Okay.
You can ask a question.
I was just gonna let you know that I forgot to roll concentration when I got hit, and I lost concentration.
Okay.
So you no longer have Shield of Faith on you.
All right.
Okay.
There you go.
So this shimmering syrup turns back into actual syrup.
Yeah,
And you're just
it's
kind of
like-
sticky.
Gross. No, it's tasty. It's tasty.
But it's still sticky.
It's all in his beard.
Yeah, it's in his
Yeah.
hair.
So I'm going to step towards the one that just tried to bite me.
Okay. So you're in range of the large one, the large black one, as well as the molted gray one.
And I'm gonna reach out and touch it.
Okay.
And I'm going to be doing shocking grasp, so I have to roll for this. Oh no! Why am I rolling so bad?
All of us are rolling quite terrible.
Yeah.
Some of you
Right now we're
there's been
in-
20s.
9, it misses.
9 misses. So
Alright.
your hand is wreathed momentarily in a thundercloud, and as you reach towards it, a gust of wind blows away,
Yeah.
and you just kind of touch the bunny.
I touch it and I pet it.
Yeah, but sadly nothing else comes from it. Next up is gonna be the one stuck in the burrow, kind of just got trampled by its by its brethren, and it can't move. So it's gonna it needs to get away. So it's gonna take a bite at you.
Okay.
And that is going to hit. So you are going to take right at your ankle. It's just gonna feel a nip.
A nibble.
It's not gonna draw blood, but you can kick your leg away as you take 4 damage.
4 damage?
Yeah,
Okay.
4 damage.
Is that from the small one?
That's from the little boy.
Oh, jeez.
I put
Yeah.
4 here.
The little dirt. This is the dirtiest looking
Yeah.
one of the group.
just press
Next
that.
up is going to be the large black rabbit. And it is just like, it hasn't seen what's happened, but it's heard the shrieks and the cries of its young behind it. And it is going to just right away turn to, the first attack is going to be aimed at Knack with its bite, and it's going to kick back at Willowa with his back feet at the same time. So the first attack against Knack is going to be yep, Shield of Faith is down, so it is going to hit. It would have blocked it otherwise. It is going to do 8 piercing damage with its bite as it sinks into the flesh of your forearm.
These things are tough.
They are tough.
Yeah.
Yeah, we shouldn't have messed with
No.
that.
Okay, next up is going to be the attack against
We should have
Willowa.
just gone to sleep in the thing and
I just
ran away before dawn.
So this one is
A
going
lot
to
of
hit
damage.
you,
Okay.
Willowa.
Yep.
And it's going to deal... it is going to deal 6
Okay.
slashing damage. How's everybody looking health-wise? Pretty good?
Okay.
Yeah, I'm good.
No.
I'm not so hot.
No one's down yet? No one's out?
You just
No
took
one's
6.
No, I still have
Yeah,
12
heal.
left.
Yeah, I'm
Sam.
gonna do it on here.
We're doing
Okay.
okay.
So next up is gonna be Knack. So you have this bunny's teeth still like in your arm as it like pulls away, ripping some of the flesh from your arm.
Yeah, okay, I will. I'm just going to take my hammer and my warhammer and hit my shield,
Okay.
and I'll let it reverberate and ring out, and I'm casting Toll the Dead, and I'm going to cast it at the black one.
The black one? Okay,
Yeah.
and I have to make what kind of roll?
Wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving throw. Bunnies are actually wise. They have a plus to saving wisdom. I don't know why, but
We're smart boys.
oh, and it fails.
Nice.
So it takes 6 damage.
6 damage.
Yeah.
So its ears, like which would like put which were like up in like anticipation and anxiety, like they actually like you can see like small trickles of blood start to appear out of them as it like puts its paws over its ear. And it's still up though. It is not dead. Next up is going to be the rabbit over here, the littlest one of the group. And it is just scared. Its mother is hurt, or father, you don't know. You can't tell the gender of the rabbit just by looking at it. It's dark.
Yeah.
And it's
Does
gonna,
it have eyelashes?
the lipstick is dead giveaway. It's going to attack straight at you, Lonan,
Okay.
in this terrifying bestial form. As much as it's intimidated by you, it knows that if it doesn't go for you, it's over. It's gonna get eaten. And it just hits with a 15.
Ooh.
Just like barely. So like you
Move
just
at it.
barely get nipped by its flesh, and it's gonna by its like little teeth, much smaller, more like needles than anything.
How much damage?
5.
Whoa.
Whoa.
This is where we die.
Yeah,
Yeah.
guys, we got us really started.
I'm at 80.
No, I'm not gonna lie, guys. A whole bunch of the rabbits are under 5 HP. Like you guys are very close to. Like 4 of the rabbits just are basically dead already.
Tell us.
Yeah, don't tell
No, I've been telling you guys that they're very hurt.
Yes.
So you guys don't lose hope. Next up is Gray. And Gray,
We
you
die.
are kind of just hearing like the small like yips of like Eerie and Lonan around you because like you haven't like other than the big rabbit
Yeah.
that you don't see them attacking. You can't see
Right.
these small ones because they're kind of obscured by the other bodies.
So I'll see the wounded rabbit, and I'll just go for another swing on him and try to finish him off.
Okay, yeah. You hear it wheezing. It's wheezing breath.
Oof.
That's gonna be.
+2 and plus that.
I don't have.
No, he doesn't have the +2.
Oh, he doesn't?
Yeah, he's not
So
fine.
that's gonna be a miss on the first one.
Okay.
9.
No.
Oh, yeah, but 9 misses.
Second one is a 16,
16 hits. Okay.
and that's gonna be 8.
Oh,
8 points of damage is
Nice.
gonna
Is it done?
be finishing blow. So, how are you attacking this rabbit?
So the first one, I go for the swing, got it stuck in between the teeth, and the second one, I just kind of be like, oh, that can't do, and I just like. Shut the
Right through the face?
Yeah, that's
So
right
8
off.
damage is a lot of
Oh my
damage.
God,
So
that
it
goes
slices
through it.
right clean through the skull. And it like, then it doesn't like crack, but it like falls back. And like you can hear like a sickening like as the skull cracks as it hits the ground.
My sword's okay now. Perfect.
So I'll take it off the board.
So what did you do? Sorry, I couldn't hear you. You chopped his head off? So what did you do?
Oh, I just cut his face.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's not all off. It's just like a huge,
Yeah.
slicing, like,
it's just in
gory
there.
mess on its face.
Just cut his face.
I had to get my sword out. Logical.
Makes sense.
Okay, next up is... It was going to be one's turn, but it's dead. It's on the ground. So next up is going to be the white rabbit over here. And it is just confused. It lost track of where you went. So it's going to dart. Apologetically.
Sorry.
You guys are just leaving her there. They're open
No,
between
nobody's
3
not.
rabbits.
I'm not a tank.
So it's going to do just a little... It's going to like scratch at you a little bit.
Okay.
It's gonna. Sorry, it's gonna what?
Scratch.
Yeah, because its mouth is like in like... This is the one where it's like...
These
acid
scratches
just
do
dissolved some
damage,
of its
right?
like,
I gotta walk
mouth.
around, but-
You don't want to help me?
And it has already hit with a 12, which is sadly your armor
Yeah,
class.
that's fine.
And is gonna do not too much. It's just gonna do 4 damage.
Okay.
So just a little scratch. But it seems like it should be a little scratch, but like it hits you hard, Willowa. It like almost like hits your soul.
Oh my
You're just so
God.
disheartened that these small bunnies are taking advantage of you in this way.
Oh,
How
very
dare they?
upsetting.
But with that, it is back to the top of the round. We're on the 3rd round of combat. It is Erie's turn.
I ain't messing around this time.
There's a huge corpse, just a mess of rabbit in front of you,
Ugh.
of this large one.
So
And
the big one's dead.
the big one's dead, and like the other 2 rabbits are just like quaking in fear, like
Okay.
huddled in its like burrow, but without the ability to turn back because smoke is starting to pour more and more outside.
Oh, I feel so bad for these poor rabbits. I wish there was a way to save them. But I'm going to just have to, I'm going to take a sideways swipe with my quarterstaff.
2-hand or 1?
2-hand.
2-hand. Okay.
2-hand.
Oh.
Did you miss?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What'd you roll?
Two.
I rolled a 2.
Oh god. Okay. Yeah. No.
So I'm not even going to bother adding because
Okay.
I missed.
You can still take an offhand attack.
Yeah, I'm going to, for my bonus action,
Just 1.
just 1.
Okay. Just 1.
Just go for a poke.
Go with my, yeah, I'm going to go for
This
a
is
punch.
tragic. You feel so bad for these bunnies.
I'm crying.
And like you're like, no one else looking at you would expect, but you're like purposefully missing these shots.
Yeah,
You're
I
like,
feel too bad
you're my
for them.
friends.
Nature.
Yeah,
I have, I'm proficient in, oh wait, no I'm not. But I like animals.
you like animals.
I'm very in touch with nature.
You might not be good with like training them.
Yeah.
There
Okay,
you go.
that's better. So, and do I have the, flanking?
No, because they're actually beside you. So
So 17.
okay, that hits. Ooh, that's a lot. That's high.
Yeah. 6?
6 health.
Yeah.
And are you attacking the gray one or the brown one?
The gray one.
The gray one. So D. Okay. So you just kind of hit it, like right in the face because it's facing you, and it just kind of looks like dazed by it. Doesn't like you haven't done like shattering damage to it. Yeah. Yeah. So it's a little like. Oh.
Yeah. I'm not trying to kill it.
Next up is Pippin.
Alright, I'm going to peek back over the tree so I can see the 2 rabbits in front
Okay,
of
so you'll have to
Willowa.
take a step to do that.
That's
you can
fine.
see, or you can see this one from around the tree.
No,
without
I want to
stepping.
hit these 2 again. So
Okay.
I'm going to walk over, and then I can see both of them.
If you take one more step, you can see
Okay,
it.
I want to be able to see both of them, and then I'm going to stick my turkey baster in my bag, go and suck up more acid, and point it and go and shoot it again.
Are
So
you
you need-
implying you just have like loose acid?
No, no, no. There's a little pouch of acid that I
Okay.
draw from. I stuck the nozzle in.
Okay, so
It's like
I'm-
an inkwell.
Yeah, it's like an
attack roll or saving throw.
Saving throw, dexterity.
Dexterity. Okay. The 1 passes. So C, the white rabbit here passes and it doesn't get hit, but the other one does. So
Okay.
you can roll your damage.
6.
6. Oh, do you want to just dissolve this rabbit?
Yeah.
It's dead.
Nice. Yeah.
So like, there's just like a bunny skull,
melts away.
and it just
It's
like,
like its whole the flesh and fur like just like combusts in a moment of like pure chemical reaction, and you guys see a burst of light that quickly
Again.
fades, and it's just a rotting like putrid smell of like.
I'm gonna blow. There's like a little
rotting
acid smoke
flesh.
coming out of the top of my turkey baster.
Yeah.
Like,
And then the skeleton just kind of like clatters. To
There's
the
gonna be no
ground.
dead bodies to bring back, or
Some
just
stanky
bones.
No, there's
This
bones.
bunny skull.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So next up after Pippin is London.
All right, cool. So now that I'm shifted, There's just are they kind of like poking in and like attacking?
This
and going
one
back
is
a little
like
bit?
kind of on the hill.
Oh, they're on the hill.
But this
Okay.
one is like stuck in the burrow because they're having a hard time getting
Okay.
out.
So yeah, they're too close for me to use my longbow, anyways, and I don't want to disengage. So I will go for another rapier attack on the one that's closest to me,
Okay, so
which
B.
is B, I guess. Whatever.
Which is the mangy brown one.
Okay. Has that one been hurt at all or no?
No, you guys have not hit this one at all. This one's kind of just been nipping at your ankles, but hasn't done anyone else
This
any
is the
issues.
poodle-sized one, right?
Yeah.
This is the poodle. No, D is the poodle. B is the mangy gray, like little lab.
How big is its head? Just out of curiosity.
Small lab.
Small lab.
Football.
Okay.
Right.
Football.
Football
Okay.
head?
So I'm going
Football
to
head?
once again I'm going to try to swing towards the back of its head, sorry.
This one is facing you this time.
Oh, it is.
Yeah,
Okay,
this
so
one is because this was the one that's been nipping at your ankles.
I'll just swing towards it then.
Okay.
Okay.
With your claws?
No,
Nope,
with sword.
I have
With your
no
sword?
rapier. Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I imagine like one hand behind your back, very distinguished fencing style.
Yeah.
Like,
But he's a werewolf.
But he's
if I don't werewolf,
Uh,
that's gonna hit.
yeah. So it's like 21 or something like that. So 1d8 plus 3. 9.
9. Okay, so you hit it right across its front, and it just like chops off its whiskers. It doesn't quite like hit the flesh,
Okay.
but it's like quite like
Yeah.
startled. It's like a big part of its sensory like experience has been destroyed.
Okay. And then next, I'm going to rush towards it. Not rush towards it, but like lean down. I guess I'll just like lean down because I'm right in front of it, and I'm going to try to take a chunk out of it with my just like.
Yeah, the big bite. Okay, so you can roll your bonus attack.
Yeah.
hungry
So
now.
that's
It's your strength plus proficiency because you're proficient in this unarmed strike.
Yeah, it says thanks to make an unarmed strike as a bonus action. If you hit, you blah blah blah.
Yep.
Normal unarmed strike. Yeah. Okay.
No.
Oh, did you miss?
I did a 1, not 1.
Oh no.
No.
So you actually like stumble down, and you're gonna stumble to one knee, and you're gonna be considered prone
Okay.
because of that at one. You fall, expecting to have like something to bite into and lean on, but the rabbit like just like cowers.
My eyes are
and
just open. It's just
touched
like looking right at me.
down in your face. Like.
All right, that's it.
Okay, next up is Willowa because the rotting carcass does not get a turn.
good. So I'm pretty hurt. Not doing so hot.
Oh god!
So I am
You've had a
going
hard
to.
day.
I have. So I'm gonna like look up to the sky, and if you were close enough to look right into my eyes, you would see them kind of like there would be like sparks of light going off, almost like a lightning storm in my eyes. And I'm gonna look up, and there's gonna be like a cloud that forms above me, and there's gonna be like rain that trickles down, and I'm doing false life on myself.
Oh, nice. Okay, so you can roll for your hit points.
Ooh, what's
What
full
is
slate?
that?
It gives her some temporary hit points. Oh, did you roll your temporary hit points?
So I get 6. No.
You should have
5.
some temporary hit points for being in your shift arm. 1d6, I believe.
So I get 6.
Nice.
So I'm up to 6 health again.
3. You automatically gain 3.
Okay, so you have
And that's
3
all
more
I'll
hit
do.
points. You can add that as like your thing.
Just make sure you remove it once you kill
Yeah, just because you got hit since then, so you can.
Yeah, I guess we can do
You
Yeah.
can do that.
No,
So
sure,
next
that's
up
okay.
is the one in front of you, Eerie, and it literally cannot get away unless it is having a really hard time.
That's fair.
So it's gonna do another attack at you, and it hits
Okay.
with a 20. Oh god, I can't even see that build. And you are going to take 5
Okay.
piercing damage. This one is actually gonna like. Normally it's just nipping and you're able to pull away, but this is gonna sink into like the meat of your heel through your shoe, and it's gonna feel just awful because of all the nerves in that part of your body.
Ouchie.
Yeah.
Okay. Ah!
Yeah.
And I'm
That's true.
kicking.
Next up is gonna be the big mama rabbit. Once again, fighting on this side. One of its babies got like melted in acid
Oh.
in front of its eyes, and it's just gonna lash out at the person in front of it, which is Nak.
I thought the thing was dead.
The one on our side. So.
Okay. So first one is going to miss with its bite, and next is going to be its claws. And claws hits.
Oh no!
So this is going to deal 8 slashing damage with its claws. Oh, no way!
Oh, how cheap!
No
I'm
way!
having a hard time over
I
here.
swear I'm not looking at
Yeah,
it.
we need help.
This is
Help!
So next up, after you get just bodied by this rabbit, you get faked out by its bite because you just know how much pain that gives you because you got hit by it last time, and they just claw at your knees and blood right where you're not armored, and blood gushes out of your kneecaps. So now it's your turn, Ak.
Well,
Help yourself.
might have to change up what I was gonna do here.
Yeah, 8 damage is quite a bit.
True.
Do it. Do it.
Do it.
I can't do that.
No pressure. But you're gonna die.
Yeah.
1 point away.
1 point away.
1 point away. Really? Have half of you guys even gotten hit yet? Have you gotten
I've been
hit?
hit, yeah.
You all, okay.
I can hit
yeah.
for an 11.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
I'm still doing okay. I have some hit points.
I'm doing okay.
Me too.
Yeah, I gotta cast Cure Wounds on myself.
Okay, so you can
just
roll
be Cure
your...
Wounds, yeah.
So your hand glows like an ember, and as you touch it to your chest, and you guys can't really see in the dark, but you can feel the wounds in your knees and the blood stopping. How much are you healing?
11 total.
Oh,
Nice.
wow!
Yeah, so
Gross.
That's nice.
Yeah.
That's
That's nice.
Next up is gonna
That's
be B.
It is all that.
So it is again still it can run forward and it can try to run away, but it's kind of not feeling so good. And it's going to attack. It's very intimidated by this wolf that tried to take a bite at it, staring in the eyes. So it's going to do it like a little swipe.
Okay.
Right in your face.
And I'm prone too, you said, right?
Yeah, that doesn't do anything.
No, okay.
Prone isn't you're fine.
Yeah.
But it's going to hit with 22.
Okay.
Whoa.
It's going to do only 3.
Okay.
3 slashing damage. So it's going to do a big scratch right across your nose.
Alright.
It's going to hurt quite a bit, but it's not it's not a major injury. Next up is Grape.
So I finished off one guy here, and I just want to go around to help Yuri first. And,
Okay. So 5, 10, 15, 20? Right there?
yeah. And then we'll go for a swing on C and see how she goes.
Okay, swing on D.
Yeah, D.
So with your first sword attack,
That's
Not bad.
15.
a 15 hits.
15, and let's get that D8. That is going to be a whopping 6 points of damage.
6. How do you want to kill it?
Nice.
Oh, I just
Gray's killing all of them.
I just
Yes.
kind of say, Yuri, look over there, and I slash it down.
Yeah.
And it just kind of goes back into the cave.
And it tumbles, and as you turn back, you just see the corpse
the corpse into the hole.
And then,
so it falls, and you don't have dark vision, so it's actually too dark for you to see, but you know that there's just a mangled corpse.
can I walk over and do my bonus attack on D?
Yes.
Okay, so I'll go
Step
for my
forward.
bonus swing, and that's gonna be
Nice.
a 17 to hit.
17 hits.
That's gonna be 1 point of damage.
It just moves back, but it exhausts it a little bit. It's even more afraid because it's surrounded at this point.
I got the tail a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, next up is going to be the albino rabbit over here, and poor Willowa.
Who is it
It's
gonna
just
be?
mangled, and with its disgusting acid destroyed mouth, it's gonna try to take a bite, but it's gonna hit.
Gives me the
Oh.
shivers.
So
It's science.
It's not gonna do enough to kill you outright, but you're gonna get knocked unconscious,
Oh no.
and it is gonna be. It inflicts quite a large scratch. It opens up the meat of your leg
Okay.
as you fall. So you have quite a large wound
How much
on your
total
leg right
is
now.
How much damage?
Oh, it did 3.
Oh, it doesn't knock
Oh,
you.
it doesn't knock you,
No,
right?
It doesn't, yeah.
No.
Yeah, no, it did 3 damage. Yeah,
Okay.
never mind, you're good. But it hits your leg. It's still gory on your leg. Your fortified I forgot to hit the matter. Your fortified, the rain that fortified you was able to keep you up as exhausted as you are.
Okay, good.
All right, and next up is back to the top of the round.
I am going to try to grapple the last rabbit.
Okay, yeah.
I just want to grab it.
Just to hold it.
Okay.
Like to-
It's okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so you can make a grapple, if I am not mistaken, is you're going to be making
This
a...
mangy rabbit.
Cuddle time.
Yeah, you're going to make
This rabbit's for the stew.
an athletics check against its
we have to
acrobatics.
prove to her that we've caught them.
So you're going to do an athletics check.
What is that?
9.
9 plus your
It's strength.
-2.
minus 2. So
Oh!
7.
So you're
Yeah,
gonna
man.
attempt to give the rabbit a big hug, and it just like is not having it. It is like flailing around, and it pushes your arms away from it as you attempt to like.
You're
Not again.
Okay, I'm personally offended. I'm trying to help you! And so I hit it as my bonus action over the head with my quarterstaff.
Yeah, you can do that.
Yeah. I thought she had to attack.
Yes.
Grapple is an attack action.
Oh. Okay.
Is that
Yeah.
okay?
Yeah, no, that's
Okay.
fair. That's allowed.
Oh my goodness
Oof.
gracious.
Oof.
11.
11 misses. So like as it's
These
flailing, it
rolls.
like falls, and you miss it, bonking on the head.
Good lord. Okay.
Next up is Pippin.
Okay.
And you're seeing this like white rabbit just continuously harass this beautiful blue woman.
Well,
At least I'm beautiful.
alright.
Gorgeous.
I'm dying, but it's fine.
Alright. I'm going to be away, beast! And squirt more acid at
Unlimited acid.
it. Yeah. Dissolve into your components.
Okay, so I'm making a dex roll.
Yes.
And what's your thing again?
14.
It fails.
2 acid damage.
It's still up. It's like
Oh my god.
the skin on it is like sloshing off and like this rotten. Like it's just it is gross, but somehow like it's still standing, staring at you.
Determined
With this
rabbit.
like destroyed face,
That's
like
the
one eye is
alpha
melted,
Baby.
but still alive.
I don't feel bad.
Next up is Willow.
Um,
Oh no, sorry, Loden.
Loden,
Loden,
right,
yeah,
yeah.
my apologies.
Okay. So, I mean, I'm still in front of it anyways. So
Yeah.
once
You
again,
just saw like it's just dodging all of your
Yeah,
attacks. It
yeah.
doesn't want to hug.
You just want
I'll
Let
do.
me love you!
Yeah.
I'm at 8 HP. I'll do another like rapier attack.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm just gonna once again swing towards it and try to. Well, it's not that. Is it pretty hurt right now, or is it like?
I'm gonna ask you.
Oh, actually, you know what? I'm prone. I'm going to stand up.
Okay, so that's half your movement.
half my movement. Yeah.
Yeah.
First, I might as well do that, and then I will attack. So 10 plus. So 15.
15 hits.
Okay.
And it's what rabbit is it? Alright. Roll that damage.
4 plus. So 7.
Okay, so you make the swing, and the rabbit is going to perish. What would you like to do?
All right. So I'm going to. I'm just going to basically just like swing and just attempt to just like chop its head off.
Chop its head off?
And
Yeah.
I mean, even though Erie's right in front of me, I don't have any care in the world. It's
So you can pierce it with your thing, and then with the final slash up, and like the head topples onto the ground.
It just
the
goes
body.
like rabbit
The
ears
body
flailing.
kicks a little bit
gets
before
okay.
finally going still.
all right.
Why?
Just blood all over.
There's just it's this area is just soaked in blood because there's like the one that's still bleeding out as it's dead. Next up after Loden is Willow, and there's the 2 rabbits around you.
Oh, sorry, I wasn't done. Can I do a bonus? Because I have a bonus action to be able to heal myself. So
Oh, yeah, you
yeah,
can use bonus action.
yeah.
if
So
you
I'm
want.
just
Sorry.
gonna bonus action. I can use second wind once after like short rest or whatever.
Yep, so
1d10.
D10.
1d10. Yeah.
Yep, so you can do that.
Yep.
And you can heal up that HP.
You don't have to do a short rest?
Well, once I can
Once
only use it
per
once.
It's just
per
a
turn.
class
Yeah.
ability.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
okay.
So I heal 9.
Okay.
Nice, okay.
So I am really tired. Not even feeling like I want to pull any magic out right now. So I'm just gonna take my quarterstaff in both hands and the kind of smaller one that's in front of me. I'm just gonna like try and like whack it.
The gross one.
Yeah,
Okay.
the one that's melting. So that is 16.
16 hits.
And then I have 2 hands. So that will do 7 damage.
Okay, so how would you like to kill it? It was on its last leg.
Literally.
Yeah, all the other ones melted.
Around.
I'm just gonna like kind of swirl my quarterstaff because I didn't quite have it like in hand at the time, and I'm gonna like just slash it
Do you want to hit its head?
just right on the neck so the head pops right
It
off.
like launches right into the ground and explodes like a rotten pumpkin
Yeah.
as the skull cracks and
Love
the body
it.
falls down.
Love it.
Love it.
Love it.
Okay, finally, we have. Boom. It is rabbit number 2. It is angry. It is an angry rabbit. It has seen all of its children not only die, but die in like a really horrific way.
Acid milk.
Yeah. So it's gonna do one attack, again, bite and kick, towards Knack first, which is gonna miss, and then towards Willowa, and Willowa hits.
Yeah.
And it is
She
gonna
gone.
do. It's gonna do 6
She
piercing
gone.
damage. Oh
Oof.
no!
Oh no.
So Willowa,
She gone.
How do you want
right
to
in
do
the
this?
butt. It's gonna bite. It's gonna, like the kick, because you were facing the other rabbit as you hit it
Yeah.
down, and it kicks you, and you just get knocked forward.
I just like hit my head on the ground and I'm out.
Yeah,
So I wonder what the
unconscious.
music's like right now in...
Oh god!
It's probably like
Her corpse falling. Not corpse, her like unconscious body. Okay, next up is Knack. And you see this rabbit kick out
Yeah.
and like knock Willow to the ground, and as you can see that she is not recovering quickly from
How does the rabbit look?
that. This rabbit it looks hurt. It is like feral. Its mouth is foaming. It is like bleeding because of the not bleeding. It is like its ears are bleeding from the Toll of the Dead, and it's like it just is not looking good.
Like really hurt or from what? Yeah.
Like,
That's what you
yeah,
think.
like hurt.
kill it so it doesn't kill me.
Okay, I will. I'm going to attack it first.
Okay.
Just my warhammer. I'm just going to swing my warhammer at it.
So you can make attack.
Yeah.
Attack.
That will be 21 to hit.
21 hits.
21
21 hits hard.
Is that the last bunny on our
This
side?
is the last bunny
Yeah.
on their side.
For now.
Yeah, 10 more rounds.
10 points of damage.
10 points. How do you want to kill it?
GG rabbit.
I'll just GG rabbit. Yeah.
See you later, bugs.
Yeah. I'll just hold the hammer up in the air for like a second, and I'll just bring it down in one fell swoop, like right center of the head between
So,
the
head.
ears. Yeah,
So it caves in
Yeah.
a little bit as you hear like
He's
that
more
sickening crunch, and its eyes just like you can see the life drain out of it as it crumbles to the ground.
Oh.
This is the least gruesome death of all of the rabbits. Okay.
I think at least we can say breakfast is included.
Oh my god. And with that is the finale of our first combat. You still technically have a turn
Yes.
if you want to use your bonus action for anything before the combat ends.
Yeah, I will. I'll run over and I will cast a healing word on Willowa.
Okay, and you're
Bonus
gonna replenish
action,
their HP, or you're gonna heal her butt wound.
I'll replenish her HP.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Willow, you'll wake up, and we're gonna be using a system called Lingering Wounds. So when people are knocked unconscious, they are gonna have a open wounds that can be treated on a short rest, and will heal over a long rest, or it can be treated with magic and healed instantly.
So
But as long as the open wound persists, the person has 1 level of exhaustion.
Okay.
So you're going to be distracted. Your butt is very sore from the bruises of the rabbit
My
kick.
poor bum.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if we fall
So-
unconscious, we gain a lingering wound.
Yes.
Okay.
I will. So combat's ended. So I will
Combat is
walk over to Willowa.
I healed her for you marked it.
Oh, yeah, you want to get rid of it?
Alright.
So as tired as you are, you guys feel very triumphant. The rabbits are
I feel devastated inside.
yes. Gray has you guys have made clean work of these rabbits.
I'm going
Slice and dice and
to.
put 'em in a soup.
I'm going to go and take a look
Yeah.
inside the.
Yeah.
I'm gonna light up my torch. And I'm gonna walk inside the big mound.
As you're lighting the torch, your wolf form will fade into your normal form.
Okay, perfect.
And you can go down, and it's quite smoky down the hole for anyone who is entering other than Lonan. But it doesn't look like there's actual full flames. It looks like maybe some detritus is caught inside of the immense caverns
Okay.
of this bunny.
I don't have dark
Burrow.
vision at all, but do I just see basically what the torch? What does the torch give me?
The torch gives you it's 20 feet of bright light, I believe.
Is that what it does? Okay.
And then
Yeah.
Do I
25
see any?
again.
Do I see anything around? I'm gonna walk.
You kind of have to crouch and you kind of have to crawl.
Yeah.
Just because it is only 4 feet, so you're kind of holding one up and you're moving a little slow. As you're going down, you're kind of going down this winding tunnel. Eventually, you come to a larger cavernous room where you can see that there's the remains of a few of the baubles. It looks like this is the main room where all of the burrows lead to. It's fairly large. You can stand up actually to your full height in this room.
Okay.
And you don't notice very much in this main area other than the fading light of your Molotov cocktails that you made.
Okay. So there's really nothing in this room.
Just in this main room that you see, if you want, like, you can investigate the full burrows if you'd like.
Yeah, I'd like to look around just as much as I can.
Yeah, you can make an investigation check.
And be like, are you guys okay on the other side of the hill?
Yeah, we just.
Erie's hurt. Get over here.
Willow.
I rolled a
Oh.
15.
Sorry, I just met you.
I'm on my way.
Willow is hurt. Erie's crying.
I'm dying, and I'm like, my name's Willow.
So 15.
Yeah.
You've noticed a small, like, tucked away area, and you can hear, like, a small
You hear what?
a small, like, scurrying
Yeah.
Okay.
noise.
Oh.
Like, coming from, like, a distance off.
I'm the
It
only
looks
one in
like-
there right now, correct? Nobody
Yeah.
falls.
Yeah, I don't think.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
Will. Erie's
Sorry.
crying.
I'm crying.
Gray is like
So
standing
is it-
awkwardly.
is
I'm
it like
holding
a-
my butt.
You know, the
Is it
roll.
like a hidden area that they have?
It looks like it's
Don't
like
worry,
more like
I'll help.
tucked around a corner, so you wouldn't notice it right away. So it looks like it's like more off to the side.
I'm gonna peek in there.
You notice a small baby rabbit
Oh.
curled up. It's very small. Its eyes aren't even open yet. It's very little, like soft peach fuzz hair. It's
I
just
pull
like-
up
you can do whatever you want. It's just
Yeah,
like, this is like a
yeah.
normal sized rabbit, but it's a baby. So like
I have a question. What time is it right now? In the game? Like,
it's
'cause
like
we started at 3.
7
I think it's
o'clock
dinner
ish.
time,
And nobody's around me?
Yeah, no one went down with you. So
It's dinner time. and I,
You're in human form again.
I know, but I'm by myself.
yeah.
And my fangs grow, and I
You just eat
Devour
eat the
the,
live rabbit.
slime.
Okay. Roll a Constitution check because you're just
Alright.
eating a live animal.
all right.
You can't
Ooh,
read.
18.
Okay, you're fine.
Okay.
His jaw just like
The warm blood like running down your face is like. Sadly, it's so much that like you don't really have. Since you poured out your water flask earlier in the day, you don't have anything to clean
To wash
up
my
with.
face up? Okay.
Yeah, so you're gonna come up eventually with like just a face full of blood
oh.
and gore. Yeah.
What time is it? Have I eaten dinner yet?
So
That was a
with
turn
the
up.
rabbits ended, and you said you're gonna go over and lay hand. Are you gonna lay hands?
I'll probably just cast the cure wounds and heal that.
Okay, so your body feels much better, and your point of exhaustion is gone now.
Okay.
Yeah. Thanks to Gray and his like seemingly his magic feels almost like sickly. It feels like wrong when it heals you, but afterwards you feel great.
I'm going to watch. Curious.
You don't know.
I'm beside you.
Yeah.
You don't know how it felt.
Yeah. It's what's on the inside that counts.
And I'm gonna be like, kind of feeling weird about how the magic made me feel, and I'll be like, thank you.
Because it feels very different from what you
Yeah.
normally you feel like immense like natural power within you. This is more like.
And when I came to do it, I had my hand on my sword.
Alright.
I'm
important
going
detail.
Yeah.
I'll walk around the mound and go, Eerie, are you well?
Are you crying like over the corpse of a bunny right now, or are you like near a
I'm just
tree?
kind of like kneeling on the ground, like somewhat traumatized. I'll be okay.
And I'll pat you very awkwardly on the back. There. Everything dies in time.
Are you guys okay?
Yes.
I just why couldn't we have kept one alive?
Well,
They were-
perhaps there's a young one inside. You could keep it. We could have it as a pet.
At this moment, Lonan will be crawling up with his, and the first thing you see is like his face illuminated by this torch of like gore and like entrails.
Why?
There you are, Lonan.
Shall we go back to the inn? Or should we
Axel
go to the
Cash.
ranch?
And you guys are all like damp and gross because it's been raining this whole time. Lightning has begun to like sound in the areas around you. You can imagine that like the fields are going to be pretty wet.
We left our donkey outside her ranch. We better check
Oh
on
yeah,
her.
that poor donkey.
Someone should grab one of the bunnies to show her.
Is there any that are close by that are still
Well,
intact?
you like pushed one like further down the hole as you were like climbing down, just because like that's where
Can I like
kicked
just
it.
reach in and grab it, or is it just...
I will open.
It's no, you had to push it further down. So there's the big
Oh.
one near you, and then the one that you cut its head off.
Okay. I'll just grab whatever one's still.
I'll flip open my satchel, and like it doesn't look large enough for the large rabbit, and I'm like, here, put it in.
Okay, so I'll just grab it in.
Yeah, and it just like, and
No
then I
questions
close it.
asked.
So are you just taking the head?
Yeah, whatever remains, I guess.
You can grab the whole thing. I'm just wondering. Like,
Yeah, I'll
what
grab the
you
whole
have.
thing. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the decapitated head and the
And the body.
and the body. You'll just leave the other bodies, or are you gonna do anything with them?
I'm gonna take one, just to make some stew with it for tonight.
Okay,
Just
so
chop a rabbit leg off.
you can cut the one that
Take one of the small, like, Dobermans.
Yeah, just like cut off a leg. Actually, the one you have to go into the hole to get to the other one because they put the one in the bag.
Yeah.
And the other two are like melted, disgusting
okay.
messes.
I'll try to... Well, there was 2 small ones or 3 ones over there?
2 small ones. One's
Okay.
in the bag now. One's like pushed into the burrow by a bone. You can just take like the leg off of the big
Okay.
one. It's like
Yeah.
it's big, but like it's manageable.
Yeah, okay. I'll
You have
grab
like
the leg then.
slung over your back. Take the backpack out of there. Quite a bit of pelt. You know?
Well, I'm soaked through and the rain is picking up.
Yes, let's head out.
Let's head back to Marigold's ranch.
To the ranch.
I'm very
Yeah.
tired.
I can
limp
tell.
as I
So
walk
you guys,
because my foot hurts.
yeah.
Are you well, Eerie?
I was bit, but I'll be okay.
Would you like some treatment? And then I'll pull out a very large syringe.
And I'll be like, no, that's fine.
All right,
I don't trust it. I don't trust it.
I can heal. That's fine.
It's fine.
Why is everyone like that when I offer to heal them?
So as you guys make your way back, trudging through it's like a disastrously muddy field now. It takes you a bit longer to get back to the barn and the ranch than it took you to get there. But you notice that the lights are off in the ranch. Like there's no torches lit through the windows that you can see. But you can see that the door of the barn has been left open.
Is the donkey still outside the house?
You don't see it right now.
Yeah, girl. Where have you gone? And I'll whistle.
Roll in.
What?
Roll in.
Yeah, I'll make donkey sounds.
Yeehaw.
Oh, bad. Animal handling?
It's because he hooted at her.
Yeah. I'm like, hey, girl. Quack. I rolled a 5.
The donkey, you hear no noise emanate. What are you guys doing?
I'm just going into the barn.
Right to the barn.
Yeah.
As you enter the
I'll
barn,
look around.
you see the donkey in the barn.
Oh, okay.
Ah, twist.
So yeah, so it's like the lights are off in the room. Are you guys just all gonna go to bed, lay down for the night? Are you guys gonna hand
Should we
over the
bring
body
these
to
I'm gonna go
Marigold?
knock. I'm gonna go knock on Marigold's door.
You don't get any answer.
She's sleeping.
Mary.
On the back door or the front door?
The front door.
The front door? Yeah, no answer.
I try the handle.
Try the handle. It's actually unlocked.
Okay, I'll go in and I'll be like, whoop, whoop.
I'm looking into the room. As you guys suspected, it's one large room with one corner has like a little half wall and a bed in it. No one's in the bed right now. All the lights are off. You can see that the coals in the wood oven are kind of dying down. Looks like maybe she left when you guys are gone. She's not there currently.
Oh.
Wouldn't we?
Didn't even wait for us.
Well,
Were you?
does she have like an ice box or something where she stores her food?
You can roll investigation.
All right, I will take a look. Not bad, not bad.
Just doing a B&E.
20.
Yeah, you just instinctively know. You know your way around the kitchen. You know where to look for the hole in the ground that's dug that will help preserve things in the winter. And there's some salted meats in there that it looks like she'd actually pretty good in the winter. Are you gonna put the rabbit in?
I'm gonna put just the rabbit's head. So I'm gonna reach into my bag of holding and pull it out by the ears.
And it's just tongue is dangling out.
Yes.
It's
And I'm going to be like, and I'll put a little quick note that I'll write.
okay.
And I'll be like, dearest Marigold. And I'll write this really nice note. Be like, your rabbits are dealt with. And then I'll put it in and then I'll close it. And then
Okay.
I'll kind of snicker to myself because I'm like, I'm gonna dissect the body now. That's mine.
Okay, so what are you guys doing in the barn?
I am super tired, so I'm probably just gonna go to sleep.
Okay.
I'm gonna find some hay if there's some hay in there, and I'm
There's,
just gonna
like-
kind of
A lower area that has some sad looking cows in it and maybe a pig or two. But there's also a second loft area where a lot of hay is kept.
Yeah,
You-
I'll go up.
You're able to find a
yeah,
ladder.
I'll go up there and just kind of feels almost homey in there because I'm used to sleeping
Yeah.
in kind of
The bowels and shit.
yes.
The only thing that's really missing from that experience for you is the rocking and the
yeah.
swearing. So you almost feel at home, but there's a little bit of melancholy within you because of that.
Is there a light in the barn? Is it?
No, there's nothing lit right now. You can see that maybe there is an area where you can hang a lamp, but there's no lamp currently in there. So it's fairly dark.
I will also try to find somewhere quiet to lay down.
Okay.
Not too far away from Willowa. Kind of within maybe a couple arms distance from her.
It's a spacious enough like hayloft that you are able to like comfortably get up there while keeping your distance.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I'm going to face towards the wall or away
Yeah.
and just have a
There's
little quiet moment and try and fall asleep.
there's a small crack in the barn door, and you can like hear the rushing, the rain hitting, and
Okay.
like some small illuminations every so often as like lightning cracks. And it's kind of calming. It's like now that you're out of the storm, you can remember how nice storms are here.
Is it raining outside pretty bad now?
It is raining pretty hard now. It is coming down in like sheets.
Okay. Then I'll just go outside and like let the rain hit my face and wash my face off.
Okay,
The
yeah.
lightning will crack, and then you'll see me standing there soaked, and I'll be like, she's gone.
You're referring to Madame. Sorry, what was her name again?
Marigold.
What was her name again? Sorry.
Marigold.
Marigold. Yes.
The old woman of...
Did she
The
leave a
ranch.
note or anything?
No, I put the rabbit's head in her cold box.
Oddly
Her
enough,
larder.
oddly enough, she just leaves with her door unlocked.
Yes, strange. This is a pretty rural area, though. This might be normal. Though, I suppose we're free to sleep here through the night. I wonder where she could have gone in a rainstorm by herself. She didn't even take the donkey.
Kind of odd as well too, if you think about it. Hopefully she's okay. Maybe I should inspect the house just to make sure nothing's.
You do have a better nose than me.
Can you come with me?
Let's.
All right, and I'll follow him back to. I'll let you lead the way.
Quickly, Grand Nap, what would you guys like to be doing? Sorry, what would you guys like to be doing?
In the barn,
Okay.
I will find a quiet corner, and I will first take out some parchment and my writing utensils, and I'm going to write a note, a letter.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
what are you doing?
I'm writing a letter.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, and then I will just say some prayers, and then I'll sleep.
Okay. Are you gonna go sleep in the hayloft as well?
No.
No.
I
You
will sleep down.
Okay, so there's an empty stall.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say it's necessarily clean, but it's not like gross, and it's not like it looks like it hasn't been used.
Right.
Maybe in like a month or so.
Okay.
Yeah.
But it's clean enough.
There's no like shit hanging around.
Did we have a short rest earlier?
Yes, you took a short rest,
We
but
did.
you wouldn't have you didn't need to recover anything at that point because you
You crafted a tent.
you made your tent in that short rest.
What do you mean? So can I do it again? Is what I mean.
The short rest?
No,
Do a
no,
long
that was
rest.
your channel divinity for the day. You need a long rest before you can use it.
Is it
again.
long rest or short rest?
And
It's
you
a
can only
long
do
rest.
channel divinity once a day, and it doesn't recover because you used it during that short rest.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
That's fine anyway.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
so,
you
that's
can't
fine. Yeah,
use it against
I'll just sleep after that then. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what are you doing, Greg?
Are more people sleeping upstairs or downstairs?
There's the girls are upstairs right now, and you see Knack kind of duck into one of the empty stalls.
Okay. Well, I'll just lean up against one of the posts. I'll grab some hay, make a nice cushion seat for me, and just kind of stay awake for a bit.
Okay. You're gonna take a watch.
Yeah,
Okay.
just gonna be sitting there,
Yeah.
quiet,
Everything you want, like just thinking.
just thinking.
Just thinking. Okay.
Thinking them thoughts.
So you guys are back in the house.
Yep.
Right. Anything you want to be doing?
Mr. Bluebane, I searched the house for her and found nothing, but didn't look for anything mysterious. I think it's time to do some investigations.
Yes, I believe so. I'm going to try my hardest to smell around
Yeah,
if there's
do you
any.
smell
like,
wet old
odd
woman?
smells. That's
So you guys can both roll an investigation check if you'd like, or one of you can roll with advantage.
or one of us can roll with advantage.
Yeah.
So I would give you because we're working together.
Together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want to
I have very high investigation. So.
go ahead?
Okay. So I rolled a 18.
18.
I rolled a 14. So.
So around the house, you kind of just see, again, the normal stuff. You do notice on top of the stove, because you were kind of distracted looking at the icebox earlier. You notice that there's half. What?
What was I distracted by?
You're distracted looking for the icebox. You weren't
Okay.
looking for anything else. You were looking
Okay.
for the icebox. You notice a bowl of porridge that is not finished. That's just kind of sitting there with a
Is it-
spoon in it.
Is it?
still.
Oh, sorry. He's noticing this. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you would both be noticing.
We're
it,
working together.
because you're
I'm
working
gonna
together.
dip my finger in it. Is it still warm or is it just?
It is not like ice cold. It is like it's not like hardened. Like you know how like you know how
if it's
it's
been-
yeah. So it's like you'd guess maybe it's only been there for like maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours like max. It's not like ice.
Goldilocks.
There's nothing on the floor.
That's what I was like. Not too warm.
When we went through the
but not
door, just
too
out of curiosity, was there any signs of like there was no signs of like somebody trying to break in or anything?
There was no signs, even with your investigation. You didn't see any signs.
Is there
on the
upstairs-
windows? No, it's only one story.
One story. Okay.
It's one story.
I guess I'll continue to look around then.
Yep. You guys. That's really the only thing that seems particular about the whole thing. The fact that the stove isn't fully out, and that there's lukewarm.
Does it look
porridge.
like she had been eating the porridge?
Yeah, it looks like it's been partially done.
She must have left suddenly.
Yes.
No signs of struggle, though.
No. The door seems to be okay, and however, the porridge
Peculiar.
seems to be left behind. Very odd. I don't know about you, but I don't know if I feel like sleeping in a barn tonight. Maybe we should keep this house nice and protected from her.
It is warmer in
It
here.
is. Is there like a bed close by, or like a couch, or like a
There
chair?
is the bed in the corner, protected with a half wall. It's not very large. It's in our today's standards, it's like a double.
Do you know what I think, Lonan?
Go on.
I think you should sleep in her bed and put on her nightcap and pull up the covers. Yeah, and then if someone comes in, go, "Ow!"
You would like me to act as if I'm Marigold, just in case somebody decides to come back?
Yeah,
for
maybe
her?
her son comes home. Mother, your eyes are so large. That sort of thing,
Your
right?
teeth-
It's like I might have heard this somewhere. I'm not too sure where.
Yeah, familiar story.
Old books, you know.
Yeah,
From your past as young.
been a while.
Young wolf.
Elementary.
I'm going to. I walk over to the bed. I feel it is nice and comfy. I'm assuming comfier than I
It's
guess.
more just like a mattress full of straw. So like it's not great, but like there's a blanket at least.
And I
I-
go-
And it's clean.
yeah,
It's not like dirty.
I go in, I'll take my boots off or whatever I'm wearing. And,
Very polite. You
Yeah.
chat to the mother around the house
Yes.
first.
Actually, sorry. Before I do that, I run over to the door and I lock it just to keep it locked.
I'm going to look in through her like spice cabinet and see if there's any herbs that might be useful for me for my alchemy.
No, and it's honestly very bare bones. She has salt, but like that's it.
And
She
I'll be
has-
like, terrible kitchen. Where is the oregano?
She's not wealthy enough.
And then I will run outside really quick and tell everybody, and be like, just so you know, I didn't say it, but Marigold's not home, so me and Lonan are going to sleep in the house.
Well, he's out there and nobody's around. I'm going to say a little prayer to the bunny that I ate, anyways.
Okay.
So I'm just going to basically say, thank you to those bunny gods up there for feeding me today. And unfortunately, all the deaths of all the bunnies. Hopefully, they can rest in peace.
Okay.
And I'm.
Roll a
Is there
religion check.
Is there any like water around? Because my flask is completely empty. Like I can't.
You
Like,
guys,
The rain.
like
The
there's
rain.
the rain
does
outside.
she have like a thing that like funnels the rain?
You didn't really look for a rain barrel, so like you could go look outside if you want.
No, I'm
but-
not going outside. I'm inside.
Yes, there's nothing inside. There's not like plumbing. It's like a ranch in like
What are you rolling?
medieval times.
I
So
don't
You said
know.
wisdom, right?
a religion.
Oh, sorry, religion. Like 7.
7. Lightning cracks as
The bunny
you
god
praise
does
the
not
bunny
forgive
god,
you.
and
Yeah.
then like a sense of shame goes
The
over
poor
you for
bunny
being that
god.
poor helpless baby.
Alright, I crawl into bed and sleep.
Okay.
Mhm.
And are you, what are you going to be doing?
I just wanted to come back to the barn to let everybody know what's going on.
Go
So
ahead.
I'll be like, I told Lonan and we had a look around the house. It appears that Mrs. Marigold has stepped out, which is quite strange. I don't know where she could have gone in the storm, but she left her porridge half eaten, and me and Lonan have decided to sleep in the house.
Is that a good idea?
Well, I have a plan for if somebody comes in, Lonan's gonna pretend to be Marigold.
Oh, okay.
Okay. I'm not. I won't respond.
Honestly, Gray's the only one actually awake right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm like entranced.
Just letting
You're
you
like
know.
hearing this, but it's like
Alright,
you're
I'll let
seeing
them
a
know
picture
as
of it
well,
happening
and,
in your mind
see you in
as
the
he
morning.
describes it.
All right. Lovely meeting you all. I hope you're sleeping well.
Yeah.
What a day.
Are you
A
going
lot
to
of
sleep now?
Yeah, I'm gonna go into the house and go
learned a
sleep.
lot about you guys today. Yeah. Some good
Okay,
stuff, you know.
so Gray, I'm just imagining you watch maybe for a few hours.
Probably stay a few more hours. No, what is it?
Okay, and as the night wears on, you hear the rain not letting up until early morning when it trickles out to just a mild drizzle. And you guys wake up refreshed, and that is the end of our first session
Yeah.
today, guys. Good job.
Do we want?
You guys, with the experience of killing the rabbits, you are going to be leveling up to level 3. The rabbits. You guys feel like you
Level
really
3.
understand yourselves
Level
a bit
3.
more.
Please,
You guys have been
level
practicing your skills, and
Oh, I really showed him who that was. eh?
so the people in the barn will wake up
Fun.
first, and we'll pick that up next week on All Fun and Dice.
That was
Fun
probably
stuff.
so loud.
Yeah, probably.
Well, thank you guys all for coming to our first stream today.
Yeah.
I want to thank Travis specifically for having us on
For hosting.
All Fun and Games.
Yeah, no problem. But thank you for anybody that might have followed, anything else. Thank you very much. Sorry that we missed it, but I'll make sure to thank you very much in Discord. If you guys have any questions, like if you like to ask anybody specifically about their character or their character sheet, I
As
might
long as it's not something that we're going to
reveal later on.
on.
Yeah, you can always directly DM. Message the DM.
Yeah, I'm always available.
So if you guys didn't get a chance to hang out with us on Discord, like I said, jump on there, ask a lot of questions. I hope you guys enjoyed it. It was really, I really liked it. It was really good.
That was really fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you guys have any
Had a good
critiques or anything like that, or want to let us know
Yeah, just
about
let us know.
the audio or anything like that.
She's not
Not
having
having
it. No.
She loves
She's like
us.
too hot.
But yeah, other than that, thank you guys for hanging out with us, and I will see you guys later on tonight for sure. Thanks again, everybody.
Bye.
Have a good night. Bye.